All right, as you slice, which sword are you using to do this?
Oh, this is my normal sword that I have, not the thirsting blade.
All right, as you swing at his neck, you cut right through his throat, and you watch his blood starts to pour out. So, do you feel better?
I don't know about better, but I believe I did the right thing. Taking life is never easy, even if it's for the right reason.
You watch
Would
as
this would that
Aralo
would
starts to choke and cough on his own blood.
I sorry, but you brought this on yourself. And I look up and I say, if the gods wanted you alive, they would have stopped me. If they're so powerful.
Yes. Or perhaps you've been taken over by a dark god.
Were you taken over by a dark god when you had your vengeance for Diak?
Diak is a beast, a dragon. Aralos was your ally. He fought bravely against Damon. What is the meaning of this?
He fought bravely, but he did not fight together. He was in that battle for himself.
Wow. Well, he's your party member.
So I'm
As
assuming. Go ahead.
the last breath, you guys watch as Aralos continues to choke. And then you see him relax.
I walk to him, take a knee. I'm sorry. I guess she wasn't allowed to have redemption. Not everybody can, I guess.
Galen,
Yes, Captain.
grab his ring.
Yes, Captain. As I grab the ring.
Now,
Now
Paulo.
yes.
Sir. You plan to put on that ring, but you told me it's not safe to just hold it around.
I don't plan to use this ring. But everything I've seen here today shows that there's no reason why any of us should allow either of you to wield it. We will fulfill our side of the bargain, and we will deliver you to the monastery. And we will cut ties from there.
Our
Good run.
allegiance was fun while it lasted. Not fun, but and we had a life-changing experience together. You can say we beat the dragon together. Not many people could say that.
Indeed.
Maybe our paths will cross again.
I don't know if I can. I don't know. After this, maybe in a better light. I don't
Maybe
know.
as he says that, he crosses down to Ralos, and I say to the rest, we fought together. Since you guys don't seem to agree about what I did, do you not want any of his stuff?
Hey, you guys killed him. It's your loot.
But that I look in the bag and I start to see that, oh, then I see he seems to have 3 of the bag of holdings. Would you not like one? As I offer one to them and see if they accept.
As I said before, it's y'all loot.
And I am offering one to you.
It's fine.
Would you like one or no?
It's fine. I don't need those trinkets.
What about you, Paulo?
No, frankly. I think Kalen is right. We have what we need. That is your loot. The loot of
Okay.
a dead man.
What about you, Mace? You are awfully silent right now.
I'm thinking. I'll take one.
And I give him one. And I just take off everything that Rolls has. It's up. DM is up to you to decide what I get, what he has.
Yes. So you can pick up the 3 bags of holding. On his body, he has several different items.
Okay.
Many of which are magical, so you would have to identify them to really figure out what they are. But he has what appears to be like a bow. He has a rapier. His cloak. And then on his person, looks like he has some books.
Okay. So I take the cloak. Can I put it on? I put it on.
All right, yep, you put on the cloak.
And then I just open one of the bag of holdings and just put everything that can fit in there.
All right, as you open up your bag of holding and you pour all the items into the bag, you have all his stuff. I can give it to you later.
Okay. And how far away are we till we reach the lighthouse?
You guys are a couple hours out. It would probably be a short rest to get over there.
Okay. I'll just take a. What are we to do with his body? I don't want to throw it into the ocean. He was not a good person, but everyone deserves a proper burial.
We should bring the body back to him.
Back to who?
The people. The ones that he was
I see.
associated with. And let them figure it out what they have to do afterwards. I feel like that's the least what we can do.
I agree.
I also don't feel too comfortable leaving his body out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. I put his body in my bag of holding. If I can do that.
There's not enough space within his bag of holdings are already pretty full. Now
Okay.
that you've stuffed everything there, there's not going to be enough space in the bag of holdings for his body as well.
Both of them, the two
Yeah,
ones
y'all
I
have like T-Rex meat and all type of stuff in these bags.
Okay. Mace, are you able to carry him the way you carried the cultists?
Yeah.
Okay. And been a long. It's been a long days for forever in that cave. And I look to the guy who did the spell and says, how much longer do you think till we get to the lighthouse?
It'll be a bit ways as you guys make your way over, and he pulls out a gust of wind spell, and it blows you over. You all get the benefit of a short rest as you continue to crest across the Dragon Cove before you make way at the lighthouse. And as you arrive, you see that the ship, the Swallowtail ship, is still beached here, a little bit ways away. You see Lady Celine's vessel is also still here, and underneath the lighthouse, everything looks and appears to be in the condition that you left it, as the obsidian raft sort of crest over onto the beach, and you guys make your way onto the beachhead. Paula says, all right. Randall, will you be joining us? We'll be dropping these folks off. Says, no, think I've had my share of action for the week. Quilith, Aeth, and I will be staying here at the lighthouse. But we'll prepare some supplies for your journey. As he sends them up into the lighthouse to get ready. Zana looks over and he says, well, Captain Paulo, if you do still intend to visit that monastery, I would love an opportunity to go. There's perhaps some questions that I can get answered about that ring. As he looks at it, he says, yes. We'll see to it. Assist the rest of them, gather some supplies. We will prepare the ship, and we will cast off within a few moments. As everyone begins to scatter across the lighthouse, you guys are here with Auralis's body.
Who is all around us? Like, who can we see besides Paulo's group? Or is there no one there?
You see Paulo and Kayla make their way over towards the Swallowtail ship, while Zana, Randall, and the others all make their way up towards the lighthouse. So you guys are still standing here on the beach.
Okay. Mace, I will go into the lighthouse. Whatever you need to do, feel free. And I head to go inside the lighthouse.
All right, as you head up to
to
the
Mace,
lighthouse.
what do you
Mace,
want
what
to
are
do?
we? Mace, what are we doing?
Yeah.
I want to take a moment to, one, put the body where it needs to be. So can we put it somewhere on the ship so I don't be carrying it all the time?
Yeah, you can take it to the ship and down. Where are you just gonna leave it on the bed? You're gonna put it in the back in the cell? Where are we putting it at?
I'm gonna put it in the cell. I'm gonna clean them up a little bit, like whatever it may be. Clean it up a little bit so that they have him in a cleaner state, I guess.
Okay, you guys clean up the guy y'all just murdered and put him in the ship.
I'm gonna take a moment to look at him. I shake my head. Disappointed, man. And then I kind of just go on about my way to go inside the lighthouse.
As you place his body in the cell, behind you, you hear the scuttering of feet as sounds like someone's approaching.
I'll take a moment to look into that. Can I roll perception?
As you turn around, it looks like Zana's rushing in, and he has like a bit of sweat on his head, and he has something in his hand. He says, "I found it. Here, Mace."
As I grab it, I'm like, what is this? What'd you
He
find?
says, "I'm sure the clearer heads would prevail in this moment." And he hands you a revivification scroll. He says, "It's the last one I have, and I was saving it for a crazy moment. Luckily, we did not leave it in there, but I don't know what's gotten into your friend. But there's always a path towards redemption, and surely someone that believes in God," and he points to your Melora sigil, "would know that."
I let out a sigh. I say, I may say I'm a new practicing man of Melara. I've got everything down. I'm not perfect. I look at him. I say, I'll give it some thought. We did bond a little bit. And honestly, I don't want to see him go out this way. I don't know what I'm going to do to tell other individuals, and I already got too many things on my back. You hear me, Zana, as I look him in my eyes, look him in his eyes?
"Oh, I hear you, Mace. Oh, yeah, big fella."
I take the moment to grab the scroll, and I'm going to go back. Do you want to assist me, or do you wish for me to go alone?
"Yeah, I'll go with you."
I look at Zana and I say, listen, when I said that I'm a new practicing man, I don't really understand the laws and the whole ideas and the belief that comes with this emblem. This is my wife. That was really the one that put me into this. As we're talking, as we're making our way to the ship, honestly, I was born to be a fighter. And things like this, people that I led when I was younger, what York did, that was how we was taught. But I want to make sure that when it comes down to Jay's belief in her life and what she's instilled in me, I want to try to uplift her promise to be a better man. I can't be a battleborn. I can't be out there murdering individuals as much as I used to be. You understand what I'm saying, Zana?
"Nothing comes from retribution, Mace. Only through redemption, connections, and friendship can we truly be who we are meant to be. And we cannot do it alone. That is our way."
I lead him. Are we on the ship yet, by the way?
Yeah, you guys make your way to the ship, and you see Paulo and Kalen on the top deck, getting things together.
I make my way to the I lead him down to the cage where we used to have the cultists, and I show him the body that I tried to clean up as best as I could. I would even say, like, using as best as I understood, like, his body and stuff, I just tried to clean him up as best as I could, and I show him what's left of it.
Yeah, I can see you've already taken some care to this one. I knew your heart was pure.
I wouldn't say I'm pure. Honestly, I want to be honest with you, Adana. If and when I revive this man, there's some new rules that's going to be put down here. And not only that, he's going to owe me something. We'll make sure that everyone involved with him knows that. I lost one of my only leads to How do I use this scroll?
Well, all you have to do is say the magic words.
Magic words?
Yes. You just touch the scroll right here, and he points to a handprint on the paper, and you say, Revivify.
I place the scroll down, and I go, Revivify.
As Oralos, you feel in the briefest of moments, after hearing the tolling of the bells within your head and seeing flashes of your life go through your eyes, your father, your mother, Singhorn, Moga, Cora, Johan, Bobo, Lunarion, and Amnis, Bagran, and Balin, Luna, and Picasso. And then for a brief moment, everything erupts into cinders. Oh. You're here sooner than I expected. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What was it? Was it Damon or the dragon?
What are you talking about? Who are you?
Huh. Who am I? Why? I can be whoever you want me to be, as you see as faces start to shift around you. I'm your father, your mother, your uncle, your captain. I am he who controls all. And it's been high time since we've met each other, Oralos. I would like to introduce myself. Asmodeus, the Lord of the Nine.
Asmodeus. That name sounds slightly familiar. What is it?
Slightly? Sorry. Slightly familiar. Are you saying you don't? Of course, you know, Lunarion is your captain, and I'm Lord of the Nine Hell.
Yes, Lunarion says your name a lot. My head hurts. He starts like rub his neck. He's like, what? What is it? Where am I?
Ah. Well, you're in your final resting place. Welcome to hell. Get used to it. It's very cold in this part here.
hell? What? How? Why am I in hell? Last I remember, I was trying to stop that vampire witch from taking back her weapons that she can use against us. Now I'm in hell? What do you mean I'm in hell?
All quite shocking, isn't it? People are usually confused when they arrive down here. Oh, we have all types. They say, oh, I was a devout follower of Moradin. Oh, I followed Melora to the very last tear. Oh, but you all, of course you know you all end up here with me.
No, that's not right. The shadow fell. The Moonweaver. What do you mean I belong here with you? Why?
Well, oh, sorry. I was correct. Looks like you are here too soon. Bye-bye. As you are sucked out of this vision. And you are awoken on the vessel. The last thing that you remember outside of your conversation from Asmodeus was the toll of the bells within the caverns of Drakthor. And now here you are on the boat.
Where the hell am I now? What is... As he touches his neck and he looks at his hand, whose blood is this?
He's yours. As I pick him up by his shirt and put him on the wall.
Ah, fuck!
You betrayed us.
Just came from hell here. Blood on my neck.
I want you to understand, and I want to get this straight. You almost led us into the jaws of death. Maybe it was out of your fear, or maybe it was your pride or greed. There was a moment I wanted to leave you behind. Let the consequences find you like they found the rest of us and anyone else that'll be in your position. So here's your second chance. I don't mistake things like this. So you owe me now.
What was
it
that?
Cost me my connection.
I wasn't trying to cost you anything, Mace. You don't know. You haven't seen them.
Seen what?
I was trying to keep her from getting these things. From being able to reach us whenever she wants to. They're dangerous people, Mace. Dangerous people. You weren't there.
As I ease up off the wall, so he's no longer he's not choking up. All right, here's your breath. Don't waste it.
They're dangerous people. It was okay when we had her under constraints. But now she's free to go back to them. They're looking for us, Mace. Giving them anything to make them stronger is not going to help us in the long run. Yes. I know we were all weak. But I had to try something. I could not just willingly let her have these things. I could not just willingly give her something to make her stronger once again. She's already strong enough as it is. But them together, and now they rule Luther's Bay. You do not understand. Like I said, you were not there. No York. No any of you. You do not know what they are capable of.
So who are we talking about? You making them sound like the boogeyman.
If they were the boogeyman, this would be easier.
Then elaborate. Go ahead, Shadow Man. Tell me.
When we killed Duke Ungi, Her and her people pulled up, requesting the bati. I did not want to give them the bati then either. But my team, they coalesced and gave in. Now they rule Lutas Bay. They're a shadowy organization. How do you... He found us randomly, or we found her. I think it was the other way around, though. And then she comes back requesting these weapons. They're obviously something that she needs to be at her full power. I was trying to prevent something worse. I'm sorry that I hindered your plan in the meantime. I will do everything I can to help you find another lead towards your family. But like I said, I had to do something.
Zana, is there any way we can find out he's telling the truth or not? You know anything about this?
Yes. The Five, you say? I've heard their whispers. A shadowy organization. Some would call it a cabal. Yes. Their tendrils run deep throughout the history of the Golden Islands. To be tracking us all the way here to Primos. It's quite a curious thing indeed. Perhaps there may be some truth to what Aralos Jr. is saying. But, also, it could be the delusions of a power-hungry man. But there will be more answers to find out. Should we actually make it to this monastery? Perhaps there will be some books, or an educator that can tell us more about this thing indeed. And also more about that ring.
Yes, the ring. We must go and get the fighting as Aralos checks himself to... He just looks at himself to see if everything's in order. And what do I see?
You are naked down to your armor, I would assume.
Okay, Mace. I know I was dead. I know I did something foolish, but where are my things?
Don't worry, the ring is with Paulo.
And the rest of my things?
You have to talk to York. You have to have a long conversation with York.
I can assume he's the one who killed me, right?
I mean, I can't make
Actually, that was the vampire, Lady Celine. She had that Yuan T man slit your throat, Aralos. It was quite devastating.
So York is holding my things for safekeeping, I assume.
Well, York is quite the presumptuous type, I would assume. Yes, Mace, yes, as you said, he really likes his things, and that is probably why he has that sword on his hand, you would say. But and so when we thought that you passed and the ring fell from your finger, he merely picked them up. They were not indeed, and I did not have the spell at the time, but I remembered at the lighthouse. I was working on a revivify spell, and when I got here, I had just the right thing to complete it. That golden shell. It was just the perfect ingredient to complete my spell. Now, I am down a shell, so if you were to, pay up and give me another one that I can use for my experiments future, then that would be awesome, but we'll see.
As he pats him on his shoulders, he says, yes, once I get my things back, you will have your gold shell. As he begins to walk towards the door, he says, come on, guys. I must get my things and my ring.
Yes, your things. But perhaps we should go see Captain Paulo.
I put you down so you're able to walk. I dust you off a little bit because obviously you was on that dusty ass wall. So I dust you off and say, okay, let's go get your thing.
Thank you, Mace. Thank you. As I walk with listening.
Great job, Mace. You did the right thing, buddy.
I hope so. If this comes back to me in any way, oh no. You put it in the middle right there. As I walk off.
as you guys walk up on deck, and Kalen, it looks like a ghost has just walked on the ship. As you see, Paulo is hard at work, casting some mending spells on pieces of the ship that have been destroyed by the landing here. You see Zoralos walks in, followed by Mace, and then you see Zana sort of like nervously like inching up behind them as well.
Huh. So he brought you back, I'm guessing, as he looked at Zana. Zana, I don't know how you find all these things in your bag. One day you're gonna have to tell me the story about it.
Kalen, do you know where Paolo is? I hear he has something
Yes.
of mind.
I don't know it's yours anymore, but he does definitely have some things.
What do you mean you do not know if it is mine anymore?
He was dead, man. All your stuff has been taken from you. I should write to it, man.
Yes. They told me I was killed by Celine and York was holding my things for me for safekeeping. Probably didn't think I was coming back, but I'm here, so I'll be looking to collect them now.
Do you think after everything you put the party through, it's okay for you just to grab everything like nothing has happened? Or I think a rightful punishment, a nice penance for you, will be letting this guy who helped slay Damon, York, keep some of your things.
As he looks at Kalen and he says, that would be totally understandable if you guys had no idea the reason why I did what I did. So understandable.
Doesn't matter what the reason was. You still put your party before, or you put yourself before the party, and my party as well.
Kalen, if you are faced with a threat that is larger than you, your party,
You mean the
the
same
entirety
person?
of the Swallowtail, the entirety of the Swallowtails, and you had something that was keeping their power slightly limited, would you not do what you could to keep that power limited?
You mean the same person we told you not to bring on our boat?
It is different when they are contained.
Ah.
They were not going anywhere until we went into that cabin and we had to fight T-Rexes. Everything was under control until the T-Rexes showed up. Something out of our control. And the reason why she was alive, she had the key to something Mason needed. Among other things, information-wise.
Honestly, didn't you say that you were just interested in her?
I was interested in her, yes. This is factual. But the information was outweighing my desire for her so much more. Even now, Mason's upset with me because she's no longer here.
Yes. That's understandably so. I believe he said she was linked to something he was looking for.
So, as you know, I'm telling the truth. This was not merely for my own benefit.
Sure. That's what you believe, yes.
What I believe, we just came to the conclusion that she was also needed for Mace.
Gentlemen, let's skip the formalities. The good news is, Carlos is back.
Your mic is speaking again, bro.
Yeah, your mic going crazy right now.
Talk amongst yourself.
Now, as I
What?
Aralos.
Yes, miss.
You
Check.
they call them Rangers.
The party?
Yes.
Oh, yes. And I'm sure that they will corroborate everything that I've said about them being very dangerous people.
Hmm. Okay.
There is nothing that granted, could I have done a better job at making sure that the party was safe and getting us in a better fighting situation? Yes.
Better fighting situation?
The
We had
situation, the situation was. Go ahead, Kayla. Explain to me again how we were all weak. Go ahead.
let's see. As he points to Edith, at one of his party members, she was a druid this whole time in the fight against Damon. Look at her, she's mangled, she's torn. Randall, you saw him. He'd been on death's door since the moment he walked into that damn place. Your boy York there, he was on his last legs. Mace was on his last legs. I was on my last legs. Actually, he points at Paulo. Paulo was on the last legs. He was being burnt alive through fire and lava. Look at his burns. We all been through hell. There was no fighting us left. We just wanted to leave and lick our wounds and come back and fight another day. You said no to all that.
Kayla, you've been a warrior for a long time. Have you ever had to battle weak when you were hungry, starving, wounded? You did not think that you could fight any longer, but you knew that you needed to. You knew that you had to. Has that ever happened to you, Kayla?
Several times, but I was never put in a position where I have to watch over many men like you have. You
And you will
you
never
know
be, and you have never been in a situation where you have seen something like Defy before either. You have not seen these people like I have.
Damn it, man! Listen to me! Listen to me! I don't give a damn how dangerous these guys are. You won't live to fight another day to even have a chance to beat them. If you would have kept going the way you was going. You didn't see, you just saw an opportunity. Sure, you think you was protecting all of us, but you was killing us at the same time
And
because that
Kalen,
girl.
he has learned his lesson, just as you learned
Right.
your lesson.
Yes.
Captain Paulo, I remember that potion I said I was working on. I figured out the missing ingredient, and look, we've brought back Oralos. Yes, I see, and I see Mace is with you as well. Have you parted ways with your ally York?
No. He's been with me even down in my lowest. I'm just going to have a conversation with him.
Yes. Well, perhaps you should go have that conversation before we put them in front of each other once more. Aralos, Kalen, come. We should talk to both of you.
And Arelos goes with Paulo.
All right, Mace, do you go talk to York? I would like y'all to
Yeah.
talk this out if y'all could. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. You just choose which you want to start with, man.
Yeah, as Mace, as you make your way up to the lighthouse, you see York is inside. York, you see them gathering supplies. What have you been doing while they were all outside having these discussions?
I was just trying to read more of the journal in the meantime of
Okay.
the journal of oh my goodness, Damon.
1 second here. Go ahead and roll me a D4 here.
D4. I got a 4.
Okay. Think you've already read this one, so we will read this one. This one is the final battle at the heart of chaos. And as it writes, he says, "The winds smell of death, The sky is ash. Eris sharpens his blade as Aaron sharpens his words. DX says nothing. He just circles above, casting fire over broken hills, his shadow dancing like a god no one asked for. He asked me once, if we win, who gets to write the story? I told him it would be the survivors. Funny enough, I didn't know dragons could laugh, but he did. And he said, then let the dead envy the liars. As you are reading that, going through the journals, taking in some of the stories of these great battles that were fought in the Great Cleansing War, Damon and DX soaring above as the heroes in formation go across what was known as Fell Chaos, fighting demons and monsters. As you're taking some of this in, Mace, you walk in and you see Mace. York is deep within thought in this journal of Damon.
I smacked the wall a little bit. I'm like, York,
Oh, well, yes.
we need to talk, man. Is there any chairs or anything I can sit down on?
In this room, there's like some stone. It's not like a chair, but it's like a stone stool.
I'll sit on that. You know, it's been some years, man. We've traveled a lot. And I've put a lot of trust in you, man.
Same here.
And most definitely, I understand your thought process and your ways. We're both bounty hunters. We were both broke and starving at some point. We understand the mortality of things.
I would agree.
And so I wanted to bring it to you and let you know. I understand your decision to kill him. This was out of necessity. He was
What
dangerous. And he was definitely someone that needed to be put down.
Yes, I agree with everything you're saying.
But you're not going to like this one, York.
Oh, please no.
I need you to sit down, York.
Depending on your answer, I'll stay standing.
The people that we're going after, from what I can understand, may be connected to something bigger. It's no longer just a bounty hunter mission. It's no longer going after a monster or revenge. It seems that we're going after something way bigger. I had a conversation with Zana. And I had to renew a life that you may have took.
Renew a life. You're scaring me right now. What are you talking about?
This is probably one of the first times I've gone against you doing something. But I'm going to need you to trust me in this. So I'm just going to tell you everything. Zana gave me a revivify spell in the form of a scroll. And understanding that I need this connection, this person, to get back to Celine and get back to who took my wife. A revived Ralos.
You what?
However, I did put some conditions down.
How could you let him live after what he did to us? You could have used that spell to bring back anyone else. Heck, you could have brought back some of my people, but you choose to bring him back? Why?
There's two reasons for this, York. One, I don't want to have to go after these Rangers people, man. Obviously, killing one of them, I imagine they're going to come after us. We could fight, but I don't know if we're going to win that battle. Number two,
Right.
I really need that connection. Selene is our only way to get to whoever this mystery person is that took her. Went after your people. It's the only way that we could do this.
Why does it feel I always have to put my needs in front of yours, but it's never reciprocated when it comes to me? I let the vampire lady live for you. I didn't kill the cultist, but the group needed him. But when it's me, people don't care what York wants. There's always your plans over what I want. So we keep him alive. What then? How long do we keep him alive till he does this again to us? Or maybe he takes us out when we're sleeping and just goes up on his regular day.
I can't give you a definitive answer. If you want me to be completely honest with you, out of our friendship and our time together, I don't know what this person is going to do. And yes, he's a loose cannon.
I just don't know why you didn't do this without consulting me first. When have I ever done anything without talking to you about it first? I didn't kill him without first talking to the group. But you bring him back without even a conversation? Okay. We could have used this for someone else. Heck, maybe I would have died later in the fight. You could have used it to save me, or vice versa. But we've been together long enough, so I'm willing to hear out your reasoning. Go ahead.
Apparently, he claims that this Selene woman is connected to somebody named the Five. I have no clue who they are. But he claims that he fought them to protect us. Zana claims that this is true. And the only way to verify this is to go to the monastery.
You're still not telling me why we need to bring him back.
Well, the reason I brought him back was because of this. As I actually show him the necklace. Zana appealed to my inner want and needs. I didn't want to be a killer no more, man. I had an orphanage. I had my wife. We were good. I didn't want to do any mercenary work. I spent my entire life being trained since I was 10. They called me Mace the Battleborn. I was leading individuals to rampage towns and kill villages, pillage and harm individuals. Then I met her. You know. I think I've told you before.
Plenty. She sounds like a great person.
She changed me, man. She told me that there isn't just killing. I could actually do a change. I could be something more. I could be not just a warrior or a monster. I could be something more. And for a moment, I believed that.
Hmm.
And so I took up that religion. You know, the whole life sparing thing.
Seems that we have the quite opposite upbringing. You grew up to be a warrior, and for someone else, you found something kinder. I grew up the opposite. Being this is what got me this far. But I wasn't born like this. If we continue to be with him, should he suffer no consequence for what he did? Should we just give him all his stuff back, act like what he did in the cave didn't happen? Should he suffer no consequences, then just go on like nothing happened?
Fuck no.
Because
You
I don't want to
keep
live.
those things is what you want.
Yeah. I don't want to live always looking over my soldier, waiting for when he will try to stab us in the back. But from my perspective, he put himself first before us. How can we go to any more life-threatening battles knowing that he will put his needs over us? I'm putting everyone else's needs over myself this entire time. But I don't think will Rollins do the same.
I don't know. This is one of those things where we're gonna have to put him on a leash. When I brought him back, I threw him against the wall and I had a conversation with him. I told him he owes us, specifically me. But
And
I
what will
think
he do
we
once
can
he
do
finds out
something.
I'm the one that killed him? You think he'll just
Well,
let us not just let us be friends again, or whatever we were before, acquaintances?
that I don't know. Honestly, I was hoping to tell him, but Donna cut me off. I imagine they were trying to hide it. So, in this specific situation, it's up to you and what you want to do. We've been talking about your needs, your wants, and you're right. As I sit back in my chair a little bit, I go, I've never really asked what you want to do after we do all this. I've never really even seen you talk about too much of everything you want to do. I mean, I'm sure I asked you like one time or so, but I want to know, man. I mean, is this all you want to do? Is this all you want to do? Kill? Be a bounty hunter? So I want to leave this up to you. Your decision here. You tell them, do whatever you want. Whatever you want to make, follow your lead. I mean, that's all. I feel like I owe you that.
I didn't quite believe in redemption, but I did say that the gods wanted him alive, he would be alive, and he is alive, so I was proven wrong. So, if you think he has redemption, maybe I played it wrong. Who knows? But he will be your responsibility. If he acts out, I gotta trust that you have my back for what we need to do to him next time. And you won't bring him back this time.
I get up and I give him a promise, like handshake, like I give him like a sometimes secret handshake type deal to let him know like this is like something that I really mean, and I tell him I'm like, if I don't, I give him my life as well.
We gotta decide. I'm not giving him all his stuff back.
Nah,
I'm not giving him he can't walk away with this the same way he was before. He needs
Before
to
Go ahead.
show that he's changed. I'll give him the bare necessities if he wants things to defend himself, but he's not gonna be able to walk around like he did before. And if he has a problem with that, we'll cross that bridge.
Well, they did say they weren't gonna give him back that weapon he be wielding, and whatever else he has is yours. Realistically, this would be a good time to see how he actually is. I feel like he probably was being crutched by that thing. So if he really is strong, like they say he is, we'll find out in the coming days.
So did you tell him why? Did you ask him why he did what he did? What answer did he give you? Do you want to put so much faith in him?
He said that this specific reason of why he interacted the way he did was because the person that we're going after is connected to someone called the Five. Besides all that, he said that they're super dangerous. They need protection. I look him in his face. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It sounded like a load of baloney. I mean, I just can't imagine. But they swear that they want me to hear him out.
Okay.
So
I say, push.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Mace. Go ahead.
I say we keeping a pretty stern eye on everybody around us. Look at the books that we normally wouldn't look at. Anything that seems a little weird. Even if we re-engage with the Rangers. I mean, we
that feels like that's gonna take a lot of time, and I don't think I got that much time. And I look at the Master Steam Blade, and I motion towards it, and I say, I was told that this has some type of negative effect. Whenever I've used it to draw blood, I felt something. I don't know how to describe it. I feel stronger, but I also feel like weaker at the same time. My goal was, after we buried Aralos, was to try to find some answers to this. We can't. Now I gotta wait even longer. Who knows what this thing is doing to me every time I use it?
Do I still have that pad, like paper, Rock?
Yes, sir.
I pull the paper out. I'm like, well, this plan then. You know what they say. Words mean a lot, but action means more. So, as I pull out a piece of paper for the plans, I say, look, write out what you want. I'm going to write out whatever it is. We're going to put yours first. Obviously, we can't fight whatever this thing is when you're going through whatever the hell you're going through. So, if we go to that monastery, and wherever we're going afterwards, we'll be dealing with you.
All right.
So I need you to write down how we're gonna go after it, and then I'll adapt and try to get with you. Sound good?
I guess we gotta deal with this first, but let's do it, I guess. And so where's the little devil?
He's on the ship. They got him in holding. They brought him over to have a conversation with him.
Okay, I guess it's time to see him. But you gotta be the mediator here. Depending what he says, we might be back to where we started.
Honestly, I'm trying to scheme up a way to finesse this man. Like, he done put us through a lot. He owes both of us for even bringing him back to life. I'm trying to get something out of this that's worthwhile. And I'm trying to figure out what is worth a life. I mean, yeah, we're doing all this, but like, what does a life really mean? Give that some thought, York. because I don't know what to think about.
Yeah. Who knows? He could either prove to me that redemption doesn't work, or I was wrong. Time would tell. Let's go see him. And I motion to Mace to tell me where to go. I don't know where he is.
All right, as you guys start to make your way outside, Aralos Paulo has pulled you and Kalen aside on the boat as he brings you both to the front of the ship. And he says, do you know what this is? And he shows you the ring.
Yes. That is my ring. I was told that you were holding it for me.
Yes, but do you know what this is? Not
It is
whose.
one of it is one of the 10. The shadow ring.
Yes. One of the
And do you
10.
know what it is, Paolo?
Well, of
Do you
course.
know what it contains?
Not as intimately as you, I'm afraid.
The last wielder. Her name was Vex. There was a moment that I had by myself when I first got this ring. I was sitting with it, meditating on it, and Vex appeared to me, as well as the other wielders of the ring. You see, it does more than let you control the shadows. It allows you to convey with the people before you. Kind of like speaking to your ancestors in a way. And I'm sure one day when I die, I will be within that ring as well, to pass on the knowledge to the next person, my strength. It is more than just a weapon, as you guys may see it. It is an extension of all those who have wielded it. But I
Thee
digress.
and Kalen have talked a bit, and we think it best if we hold on to this until we drop you old boys off at the monastery. Whatever it is, we need to get this thing checked out. So Zana here, yes, Captain, will be accompanying you. He thinks that some of the mysteries of this can be found on the peak. And from what I know, well, hell, rumors are these things come from those mountains. But I digress. If it's causing you to see spirits and devils, you should think twice before submitting your soul to such a curse.
Nah, it is not that I see spirits. It is the same way as if you were to wish to convene with your great grandfather. Although this way he responds. It is not that I envision him. The wielders belong to the ring. That is why it cannot be removed until I died, because it is a part of you. I do not see things in the way that you are saying. I meditate to them. I seek this knowledge, this power. And why do you think that it's best that you withhold it from me?
Because devils have a way of hiding themselves amongst the faces of those that you wish to seek, goals that you wish to accomplish. And we fear that you have found the quick path towards well, entertaining yours. And perhaps some time away from this will allow you to see what you have been missing to see. Before you damn yourself to eternal damnation,
Eternal
or,
damnation.
or doom yourself to endless hallucinations.
I think that if you are trying to save me from damnation, holding that ring will not help me. You see, when the vampires struck me down, and before Mace brought me back, let's just say I did not expect to see what I saw. But it had nothing to do with eating. And I don't know why you assume that it would, Mr. Palo.
Well, when you lived as long as I have, young elf, you hear a story or two about wielders of these rings and how they do not last long. As you said, this one belonged to Vex. I remember it no long ago belonged to one Duke Ungi, Blood Drinker. And now I see it has found its way to you. So
Yes.
perhaps the lifespans of these rings are about as short as their bands.
So you think you are doing this to save me?
No. This, as he looks over your shoulder towards the lighthouse, is to save them. Hello, Mace, York. Welcome aboard. Our vessel is prepared to go. Quilith Aeth, thank you for bringing us the supplies. Randall, do watch my lighthouse. Make sure no dragons retaliate or visages of ancient gods. Yes, Captain. And do be safe going to the mountains. That trek, that path, is quite weary. Be safe, Captain. Kaylin, as Aoth is about to get off of the ship, she kind of walks up to you. She says, you know, with Zana going with Paulo, you could stay here with us, watch the lighthouse.
Hmm. I could, but the lighthouse will be unguarded. Y'all are two. You two are the youngest Swallowtail members, so I don't know if you're well trained enough to guard the lighthouse by your lonesome.
Well, we'll have Randall, of course, but we could always use the extra help.
Yeah. And if you got Randall, I think I'm just gonna roll with Cap just to make sure he gets back safe.
Of course. You are the right hand man.
Uh, Make sure y'all heal up, cause y'all look like hell.
Yeah, well, with Paulo, work don't stop until it's done.
Yeah. All right. As he rubbed her hair. All right. Randall, make sure these girls are well protected. Of course, we can trust you. You are the captain of this place.
Oh, of course. You know how we are.
Please don't go dying. I feel like you was knocking on hell's door at least 3 times today.
Well, Kalen, I saw you go out in a blaze of glory yourself, fighting underneath Damon, the mighty god.
So you got your energy back. Yes, let's not hope I have to be going through something that dangerous again. All right, take care of yourselves as he starts walking towards Paulo and Mace and York Mill and says, "Where will you have me, Captain?"
All right, as they are in a tense discussion, as Paulo says, now, Ralos, Mace, York, I want to thank you all for, well, helping us hunt this dragon, although the spoils of the beast we weren't able to achieve. We did make it out alive, which was more than what many of you thought. So that is a plus. We had some obstacles, and I'm sure you have some things to discuss. So when you're ready to go, please come let us know. We will take you to your next destination. As
And
he
Paulo, we
goes
will
to
finish
the
this conversation later.
yes, as you see him reach his hand in his pocket and he pulls it out and then goes up to the.
Also, Rock, I asked you something in DMs.
Alrighty, as Mace York, you guys are standing now with Aralos.
Moralos,
I guess this. Go ahead.
York.
Yes. What is it, Mace?
We've been through
Yes,
a lot.
Mace?
So if there's any grievances, anything you want to speak on, please speak your mind, and I will listen.
I just wanted to know
Grievances?
why Aralos did what he did. I want to hear it from the man himself that nearly got us all killed.
Why I did what I did? As I've said this before, I'm sure Mace told you, Celine is one of the 5. She is extremely dangerous. We subdued her in the boat. We brought her back subdued. We lost control of her during the fight with the T-Rexes. And she wanted to wield the daggers that she was using to teleport across everywhere. Yeah, I was trying to protect not only us, but the rest of Lutus Bay, Tonga. You would not understand. You were not there. It is like trying to explain a folk demon to somebody that is not of your culture.
Imagine if I told you the same thing. If I did the same thing, would you just welcome me back with open arms? If I did the same thing and said the same things you said to us.
York, I would have fought with you.
Rather than giving up the blades, giving us another day where we can possibly fight back. If we were
People who
all
are
sorry, if we were
people who
all
are, go ahead, my bad.
if we were all 100%, not just coming after fighting a dragon, we would have possibly stood a chance. But with all of us morally wounded, about to die, you want to pick a fight with a vampire and 2 T-Rexes over a blade that you don't even know how it works?
I saw her try to use it in the bottom of the boat before we stopped her. Mace, you were there.
And how does the blade work? How did it operate?
She teleports places.
Anywhere?
She was going to get away from us. She could not go outside. She had to go somewhere else, shadowed. Last I saw her, she was on Lutus Bay. And now she's in a boat and now she's in a sunken boat in the middle of nowhere.
All I know is you put our lives in danger. If you want us to trust you, you have to give us a sign of good faith. And I suggest this. You give your shadow ring to Mace and let him wear it. If you can trust us with that, if you can trust us with that ring, then you know that we can trust you. That you're
You
not
do
all
not
about
even
greed and power.
you do not even understand what you ask. It is not about greed. Mace, are you willing to give up a piece of your soul?
Do you think we'll just give you back everything after what you did with no consequences?
Once again, York, you are talking about things you do not understand. York, if we were in the same situation and it was switched, I would assume that you had a good reason for wanting to risk your life or something of that nature. Remember,
So you just
I
want us to
jumped
take
into
it
a
on your
hole to
word.
try to I jumped into a hole to try to save 4 people I did not know until about a week ago. I told Inarion before we left that I would put the party first.
And did you?
You think that us 3 is the entirety of the party. What you do not understand is that this is bigger than us, York. This is larger than us. When we killed Duke Ungi, 5 shadowy people showed up demanding the party. She was one of those 5 people. They now rule Luther's Bay. We were
And we could
weakened.
have.
We were weakened. She magically turns up. We are going on a trip to find this fire ring, and she just happens to be in a boat.
If she was so dangerous, why did you keep her alive? I suggested we kill her.
Because we needed the information twofold. I needed information about the 5. Mace needed her for his wife.
Yes.
And she was
So it looked
subdued.
like.
She could not do anything. She could not fight back. We'd already defeated her.
We already defeated her. And how did
Yes,
she get away and almost kill us all at the end of that fight?
because 2 T-Rexes came and attacked us, York. You were there. Do you not remember?
You sounded
I
real
can't trust
crazy
you
for someone that just came back to life, my friend.
Yeah.
You might want to take a moment and breathe.
I sound crazy. He's asking us how we lost her. Like he was not there. We were attacked by a blood dragon.
All I'm saying is you put the party at risk. We can't just go back without any consequences. You want us to trust you? You have to show us some type of good faith.
I've also fought with you guys. Put my life on the line for you guys multiple times in this journey alone.
Yeah.
I did not have to do that. I could have left you guys in that. I could have left you guys in that cabin. I could have not have jumped down with you guys. I could have left when the T-Rexes came. But no, I still didn't fight with you guys when everybody else was going down. I was there stepping in front of things, jumping on top of the dragon. I was the
Let's
one
not lie,
that jumped in
Aralos.
front of people.
You only jumped across the dragon because of your obsession with Damon. You didn't care about us. You went straight to him. Did not care about any strategy or anything, any teamwork. You put yourself.
What was our plan? What was our plan? What was our plan as per Palo? What was our plan for the dragon fight?
Paulo brought dragon slaying weapons. That was our plan, but you just jumped straight head in.
What did he say every single time? What is our plan? What did he say?
What did he say? Enlighten me.
It was me.
Okay.
I was the plan.
And that didn't really get us anywhere, did it? I'm gonna be honest with you.
Did Damon kill us?
No.
Who was the one that slayed Damon?
But we're damn near close to it.
York, how much damage did I put onto that demon?
All I know.
Don't act like you slayed him by yourself. You did not.
All I know is I'm not giving back your stuff until you prove that we can trust you again.
That you can
Let's
trust.
give him a time limit. What do you think is a good amount of time, York?
That you can trust.
What's a good? What do you think? Well, we could include Paulo in them and ask them as well. But I mean, what do you think, York? 2 months, 3 months till you get everything back.
It's up to you. I said he is your responsibility. You brought him back. Everything he does is on your head.
All right then, Uralos, you have. Do we know the Munson game? I'm
Yes.
gonna just. Okay, well, I'm gonna just look, bro. You got 3 months to prove that to show some improvement, something that we aren't going to die with you leading us. And if during that time, if everything goes well, on the behest of York and I, we'll at least give you your things back. But until then, I think that you're a danger to not only I or York, I think the entire world giving you that ring.
A danger to the world? Mace, if I was going to destroy the world, you think I'd have went with you on this fetch quest? Do you think I have better things to do, like destroying the world? I'm not doing this because I get anything out of this. I don't even want the fighting. I don't care who has it. I'm doing this for my party because they asked me to. This is my act of selfishness. So this is my act of selflessness. If you guys cannot see that, that is a flaw with you, not me.
York, I don't think there's any more talking with this guy.
Yeah, I am done. And I turn around to go down to the barracks and take a nap as we're about to take off. I'll go to to sit down and rest my feet.
I'm gonna give you some time, Morelos, to think about my proposition.
Let us hope that we live long enough to see that time frame go. With York holding my things and you guys withholding my shadow ring. They will come looking for it now that I'm not wearing it.
As I go and walk away, I go speak to Kalen if he's in the area.
Yeah, you walk up and you see Kalen is working on some of the starboard repairs. Ship's pretty much ready to go. As soon as you guys give the word, you can set sail for the mountains of Kim.
Kalen.
Yeah. What is it, Mace?
I want you to be observant on this little journey of ours. Or if you're attending with us, I'm not necessarily sure. Are you?
I said I was going to attend to my younger subordinates, so I'm here to attend. I'm curious though, what do you want me be observant of?
I'm starting to question myself, man. I mean, I'm supposed to be this quote unquote religious man. And I'm trying to make sure I can be a good judge of character. So I'm going to be watching Aralos. I want to make sure that he's able to change and improve. But I have my biases. As you saw earlier, just on the fact that he could help me get back something, I brought him back to life. And you seem to Even though we've had our differences, you seem to stand firm in your judgment and your morals. So if I'm out of line or he's out of line within the amount of time that I've told him, which is 3 months, if I feel like I'm being biased towards him or being worried or being overzealous or anything of that nature, I want you to withhold that ring from him.
Hmm. Well, if that's what you want, I'm fine with that.
I just
I
want to
do
watch.
say, if you don't mind me to pry a little bit, if you're not going to give him any equipment of his own, well, he used to have, are y'all going to give him something on the monastery? Might you get him a weapon or something? Because there are always going to be battles ahead. Maybe they can't tell the future. So how would he defend himself? Or you will have him stay on the boat?
We're going to give him some weapons. I was with the discussion we just had. We were supposed to give him something if he had interacted with York, but it seems like they're not seeing eye to eye right now. So I do not see him anytime soon giving him the weapons. Maybe in the morning when he feels better. But for now, when we go in the monastery, we'll try to give him something. He can't be
All
running
right.
around here naked. It looks too bad on us.
Yeah, definitely got to give the man something to defend himself on and aid and fight. Uh, but it's y'all call. He's your party member. Y'all see fit, and I do my best to be observant as best as I can. No promises give or take, because I also got to make sure top priority Paulo and Zana gets back to the light tower safe and sound.
Okay. Looks like we have a deal of some kind. I will try my best to get him something. And then hopefully we can sort these things out. It's unfortunate with how everything went, but I feel like this is going to give us clarity. It was nice
Yeah,
talking to you, Kaylin. I'm hoping that we have more conversations or drinks in the future.
of course. I brought it up earlier. Remember, I don't mind sharing the drink or two with you. Seemed like a nice, honest guy. He was honest with us about what y'all findings was when we split up in all those different rooms in the lair. So I really respect that, and you make sure Zana was still alive, and you came to my aid when you could have easily ran, well, York could have easily ran. Y'all stayed by our side fighting until the very end, until taking out Dhak and the dragon itself. Well, of course, it's not wasn't the real thing, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. This is going to be a very hard situation. I hope I'm doing the right thing. I
I,
will have to possibly report this to Aralis' group of friends.
of
But
course,
what do
you
you
should.
think? You
I,
think
be-
we should withhold it?
I believe you should be honest with him as much as possible, and he comes to redeem himself like you are hoping he can, and we are all hoping he can. Then it was just a little bump in the road, but he's back on the right track now. I bet everyone in all y'all adventures are doing something that they might have to correct or get over and learn from. So just like I have. So I just say be honest. Honesty the best policy. At least what Paulo tells me.
Mm. All right, well, I'm gonna leave you to your things. I'm gonna get some rest. I would say again, he is a quick and sneaky type of guy. We all go to sleep. He could go and try to get the ring from whatever. So be on the lookout.
Well, form. Paulo, me and him might have to take shifts. I could start the first shift.
I
You
guess I
know,
gotta go re-talk to York if he's still awake.
go ahead. I did want to ask you, y'all.
Hmm.
We're a mercenary of some kind, a group, Swallowtail. What's the name of y'all group? Or was y'all just freelance mercs and just tagging along with each other this whole journey?
I didn't really think of a name. I mean, we were just one mission and one mind. But I had a conversation with York the other day, or I mean today actually, and it gave me some things to think about. We didn't even name this group. We kind of just band together, hoping that we can get things done. Me coming up with the plans and him doing action. But he told me that he had something in his mind, some things that he wants to go after. So it has made me think about this a little bit. Maybe there's more to
Hmm,
life than just getting this done and then whatever is supposed to be afterwards. Maybe we could actually turn this into an actual real organization. So I'll give it some
hmm,
thought.
that's good. Well, I'm gonna leave you to your vices. I'm going to go talk to Zana about how I'm going to repay him for causing him to lose half his crows in the fight. So,
Oh yeah,
Ah.
good luck with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just go ahead and leave you to your vices. As I go
all right,
down to talk to York.
All right, as you make your way down, you see York is sitting with his foot up, trying to take some rest. As you guys feel the boat start to pull away from the shore, and it's taking off from the mountains of Drakthor.
So on a scale to 1 to 10, how do you think that interaction went?
Uh, I don't. Oh, time will tell. Time will tell. Oh, and I also meant to say, if you, yeah, you're handling Oralos, so I feel like you should have this. And I can I give him the bag? I'll give him the bag of holding that had all of Oralos' stuff, and I'll say, I'll give you everything he has. I'm keeping the cloak. I'm keeping the cloak, but it's up to you when you wanna give him anything. So the blood's off my hand. Whatever happens, it's on you. And I gave him the bag of holding with the Oralos stuff to hold. Don't trust Aralos, but I trust you. It's up to you. Here you go.
I think I should give it to him in the morning. I feel like if I give this to him, I feel like he'd take it and try to go and get whatever he want from whatever. I
I
don't think he's
I
that crazy to, harm the people that
I
he
wouldn't
just worked
recommend
with.
giving him. I wouldn't recommend giving him everything. But if you want to give him a bow, something to
Yeah.
defend himself, it's up to you. But I wouldn't recommend giving him everything back. I'm gonna take a rest, and hopefully wherever we land, we don't have to fight no more dragons. Hopefully, or no more demons. Hopefully not. And I'm sit back and try to go to sleep.
All right, Mace, as everybody is getting to their stations and York is laying down to rest, Ralos um, is somewhere on the ship. What would you like to do, Mace?
I would like to I would like to give I would like to slide the bow, but I might just have to, wait until the morning. Like I really don't when nothing happened in the middle of the night. So I might hold this bag real tight and give myself some rest. My character has been through a lot and he wants to think about some things. Um Possibly even like eventually start writing a journal of some kind to kind of recollect some of the actions that has been taken so far. So before he goes to bed, he writes down this interaction and his thoughts, and then he writes it in the form of a letter, and then he puts it in his pocket before going to bed.
Nice. As you place that in your pocket, you put the bag of holding in a very secure spot, like right underneath, like your like body. You kind of envelop it as you lay down within yourself and get down to rest as the boat begins to crest off Aralos. What are you doing before you head off to bed?
He sits on the deck and he meditates on his connection with the ring to see if he can still feel it.
You do not have any connection with the ring, but as you start to search for some magical signature, you do sense the presence of another present companion, your shadow baby.
As he without opening up his eyes, he says, "There you are, little one. And what did you do while I was dead?"
Gabbity gibby gabba.
And I'm assuming I have no idea what the fuck that means, right? Like we don't have like a special connection where I know what that means.
No, it's just good babbling.
For sure. Yes, yes. One day we'll have great conversation. As he remembers that Duke Ungi and Vex were in the ring, he wants to see if he feels like he's missing a part of himself since he died.
Roll me a history check.
A history check
History or Arcana.
would this be with the advantage since I have like a previous knowledge of this happening to somebody?
It's tough to know what you've lost.
Okay. That is a 23.
Yes, so as you start to search within yourself, meditating, you feel as though one second here, let me roll the dice. Alrighty. You feel different. Different in a way that's a bit empty. In fact, you only ever have known the Moonweaver.
Oh fuck! I don't have an attachment to the Raven Queen no more. This is crazy. As seeing this, he gets kind of like, what's the word for this? Not melancholic. He gets disassociated. And is it nighttime or is it daytime?
Right now, it's like late afternoon, heading into early evening, as you guys are like cresting over. As you look over the, I believe it's a starboard side, you would see the mountains of Dragthor, like decorating the shorelines of the continent as you guys are slowly cresting around.
As he kind of just goes back to his meditative state, and I guess his other hand just kind of like sits there on his lap.
and the shadow baby there with him, and he just sits there and meditates on the deck of the ship.
All right. As with repairs, complete and everything with the decisions made, the party once more boards the ship, taking off across the continent, sailing under these clouded late afternoon skies. And as the ship turns out from the jagged cliffs and mountain peaks of Dragthor, rounding out into the open sea of Primos. It's strong winded here and unusually strong winds, but they do give you a bit of a boost here on your travels. It's going to be about 5 days to get from where you are here in Slaver's Bay across the bend, across the Cobra's Mouth, and into the mountains of Kim. On the first night, as Kalen takes watch with Paulo, everybody gets their rest. I'm going to need survival checks from everybody, and if anybody would like to do anything during the night, now would be your time to say so.
I'm just gonna, bro. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm gonna roll this, and then we gonna meditate, sleep,
Survival
sleep.
check.
Survival. Please be a good roll.
Where is
Oh my
survival? I
goodness,
can't
I'm
find it.
garbage.
James, where? There it is. Okay. I got a 14.
Okay.
I got a 7. I got a 7, boy.
With those checks, as you guys are cresting across the peaks, Kalen, from the crow's nest, you notice in the far distance that there are several ships, more than usual, that appear to be leaving Primos.
Can I can I investigate or use perception to see if I know if they have like any significant like Jolly Roger I might know or
They're
the
out of
so might
your
know?
distance for perception on the Jolly Roger, but you do see the ships on the horizon, several of them.
Okay. I say everyone, everyone, I see ships, multiple ships, many ships coming from the. You said the monastery area.
Yeah, they appear to be leaving out of. So as you guys are kind of over right here before the Cobra's Mouth, nearing the Bay of Barth, here. So entering what is like the southern side of Primos. The air gets a bit colder down here as well as you're cresting over this outlook to the what would be the east. On as far as the moon goes of you, you know that Orcs Landing and Ludus Bay and everything is that way. So in the direction that you came to get here, you see a large amount of ships headed that way.
Uh, everyone, come here real quick. Come over real quick.
Yeah.
As he starts running around. Oh, okay. What'd you say, Kilby?
No, oh, what is it? What is it? What's going on?
Look, as he points like all the many ships that's like is coming from the area and is going to seem like Ludus Bay or Landing, Ludus Bay. He says, "What do you think is going on? Why is so many ships leaving this area heading over there to Ludus Bay? What's
Hey, I don't know. Never seen this many ships before.
Captain Zada?
Yeah. Yes.
Look!" As he points to the ships. I don't think this is right. Something's up.
Just quite a large amount of ships. It's hard to tell at this night. Perhaps we should do our best to avoid them, and maybe we'll be able to get a better look in the morning.
Okay, I'll keep watching to make sure there's no unusual movements from them. I'll let everybody know. as he as he continues watching the ships like a hawk.
All right, give me a D20 as you guys are sleeping through the first night. Kalen
Okay.
is keeping watch over the vessels on the deep horizon.
Wait, do we need to wait?
D20 for
He's
all of
rolling
us?
it, or
Is
all
all
of
of
us?
us
Or
in
whoever?
Yes.
Oh, okay. There's a
Okay.
flat one, right?
Yeah, so you
Oh
guys
no.
make it through the night, no problem. No issue at all. Everything's good. Your rolls were great.
I got 4.
Oh my gosh, bro!
I'm cooked.
An 8, bro. 8 in
Yeah.
the 7. Yeah. Okay.
So as the next day
I would have
begins, you
12.
guys continue to make your way across the bay. By this time, you enter what is known as the Bay of Barth, and you can see the Cobra's mouth as the land stretches away from you and opens up into a large bay, much larger than Slaver's Bay, so large that they don't even call it a bay. It's an inlet of some sorts, and then you see the trees of the bay sort of cresting away before they get out of your visual range, and the horizon eventually gives way to just water. As you continue into this open area, it's actually a pretty dangerous area, as Paulo talks about. He says that there are Yuan T havens within the Cobra's mouth, enclaves and outlets, watch points, and strike zones where they raid and pillage to capture what he calls slave children. And so that you all should be very much on the lookout. And during this day as well, as you look out, you see that the amount of ships that appear to be headed towards Luda's Bay have not slowed down. In fact, some of them are appearing even closer as you see some ships, some vessels that appear to have left directly out of the Cobra's mouth themselves. From what you can tell here within the bay, are also headed in that direction.
Uh,
I wonder why they're all heading towards Ludo's Bay. What's going on over there?
I don't know. Seems
Oh.
like something big.
As Arados was still like sitting in like his meditative position, he's like, I would assume the 5 have taken over and they're doing something big. We gave them the body. I told them not to.
Should we what should we should we continue on our mission or turn around back to Luda's Bay? What should we do?
They're asking me,
I'm asking everyone.
as he goes back to meditating.
Paulo? Sana? Kalen?
Hmm.
Well, it's
Well,
not my call to make, young York.
this is your voyage. Y'all did say y'all wanted to go to the monastery. It's your choice.
We can't go back in our current condition. I don't think we can do much. I vote to go towards the monastery, but Mace, anyone else has some input as what they want to do?
Well, you did say that you want to lead the charge, my friend. So I'm going to go and back you on this.
Okay, I guess we're going. We're heading towards the monastery.
Okay. As you all continue for your second day, go ahead and give me some more survival rolls here.
And Rock, when you say that I never knew her, like, did I forget about her altogether, or did I just like, or like, do I know that I lost that connection?
That's just not a part of you that you feel in any
Connect
way.
with anyone? Got it. Okay.
18, baby.
13.
I got a 11.
By this time, you've been able to assess from your watching and observing of these vessels that many of them are orcish or greenskin in make. Some of them of various primordian races, some more chaotic in nature, lizard folk, Yuan-Ti. You actually happened upon what appeared to be a crashed vessel here within the Bay of Barth that has struck what seems to be a small atoll. There was a tiny bit of a, what would you say, a reef here that it crested upon, and it looks like many of the goblins here, either by virtue of self argument or some entity that exists within this bay, have been slain as you are slowly drifting past this hulking vessel.
What the hell?
Uh,
Oh my goodness. As he looks at the bodies and does can I do a survival? Can I do a perception check to see if I see any survivors? Or are they too far away?
Go ahead. Yeah, you roll a perception check as you look out.
I got an 8.
As you look out, they all appear to be pretty dead. What's up, Base?
I'll follow up with a look. You said a perception, right?
Yes, sir.
Ooh, I got a 23.
Okay. As you look out, they all appear to be very dead, extremely dead. But what you do notice about the death is that they are all dead in the same way, pierced in the chest by the same long speared weapon. Looks like a large straight glaive.
Is it anything similar to how York's blade or Aralos's blade was?
No, these are very different. In fact, they look very military, very uniform. And even as you look with that 23, the places that these goblins are struck, all clean strikes, directly center chest, center mass, no chance at all.
I write that down. No chance at all. Easy death. Looks like we're dealing with a fictional character.
I wonder what did this.
I go and tell York.
Yes, Mace.
It seems that everybody that was over there that died, they seem to have died in the same way. Straight through the chest. Looks like one blow, one kill for everyone that was there. Very trained in uniform, almost military-like. Do you know anything? Do you recall in your journeys and our journeys, did we ever hear of anyone that was similar to this?
So whatever that thing is, one weapon, one soldier did all this.
Apparently.
How dangerous must they be? They took out a whole ship full of people by themselves.
Yes.
Rock, I rolled a history check. I don't know if that does anything.
Yeah, as Mace starts to describe to you the weapons and the preciseness of these strikes, you recall that being a primordian yourself, here in the south of Primos, there is an outpost of a company, the Exile Vanguard, called Far Bastion. It's a rogue outpost, one that broke off from the Empire of the Dawn, but remains one of the largest and one of the most covert operations in Tungra.
I do recall, Mace, that yes, this looks familiar. I think there is an outpost somewhere near here. I've heard stories about it being very dangerous, about a rogue outpost. They could have done this. Their people could have done this. We have to stay on our toes. Yes, this area is looking more familiar now. They could have done this. We could either try to get towards it or try to keep our distance, but we don't know how many there are. We don't know what weapons they have. We don't know if they're friends, allies, enemies. We gotta be real careful.
You think we should inform the Swallowtails? I mean, I feel like they
They
would want to
didn't.
know this information.
Yeah, it's not good to keep this information off. They could put them in danger too. And then I look to Paulo and regurgitate what I just told Mace about the outpost. We have to be careful, guys. There is an outpost somewhere here. I don't know the exact area, but they could be dangerous.
Ah,
Ruthless.
you mean Far Bastion?
You're familiar with it.
Why, yes. It's an outpost. Some rogue members of the Dawn formed quite some time ago. But have no fear. We ride with sails of the Golden Isles. We're not enemy of the Bastion. In fact, we're far beneath their pay grade, for what it's worth.
So you're saying we shouldn't have anything to fear from them as long as we just keep our heads down.
Yes, we don't have anything they want or need or would like to have.
Are you sure about that? As he looks to the ring.
Oh, yes. Good point, York. Sorry, I usually don't carry with me things that they would want, need, or like to have. But there's no reason why they should know that it's in our possession.
You would be surprised who knows what the ring is doing.
Aralos, did that ring emulate any type of energy that can be sensed or tracked? I know nothing of this ring.
And you have to make decisions for it. Yes, it emanates something. Everywhere I go, somebody's asked me about it, somebody's trying to get it from me. And now that it doesn't have a bearer, who knows who's going to come?
Paulo, I know you're not trusting me right now, but I assume you still trust Mace. You could put the ring in Mace's bag of holding. That may cover whatever is attracting. I'm not too
Or
sure.
it may open up an arcane gate to who knows where, boy. Are you mad?
Okay, if you want to risk that at whatever crazy things it attracts, I'll leave it up to you.
Listen, we will steer far clear of the Bastion. Kalen, do you wish to say something?
I do wonder, since they're coming from the direction we're going to, or we're currently at, is there any point even going to this monastery? Is anybody left alive? This was a lot of vessels that went past us, Captain. And we just saw that ship. They pointed out the ship. There's dead bodies there. What? Is it worth even coming here?
Those
Who's
are
even
ships
left?
of the Greenskins, Kalen. My
Greenskins?
young friend. Yes. The Bastion, is ran by, well, that is the Vanguard. Humans and Tungrans of all kinds. But they were once heroes, and they do have virtue. So we have nothing to fear. But this question of the ring is curious. However, the Earth Monastery could never be torn down. High above the clouds is the monastery. In fact, there are rumors it takes days, weeks, months perhaps to climb its peaks. And it is operated by none other than Master Gentile Windwalker. The Loxodon monk leader himself.
That is a mouthful. You said up the clouds? This is going to sound like a very, very long trip. Do you know of any shortcuts to get to the top?
The greatest shortcut is to go right through. What is travel and experience if not to live and do what others have never lived and done before? Paulo would tell you himself, Kalen. You know a good adventure. You get up every morning and you do what?
I I do push-ups. I do sit-ups, pull-ups, burpees, and run around. Good job for now. What do they have to do with finding a shortcut, Zana?
That you know we'd never take the easy way out. That is not the swallowtail way. If you would like a shortcut, then perhaps you are not ready for this adventure. Because there are some doors that do not open unless you take the path.
Fair enough. All right.
And that
The
goes for
journey
all
will.
of you as well, as he points to everyone. You must be ready to take the path.
I understand. The person that's on the top of this monastery. What what do we know about them? Who they are, their background, their goal, their principles? Do we know anything?
Oh, Master Gentile is a rugged master. He has been the high monk of the monastery of Earth for, well, he must be approaching his 2nd century at this time. But a
Wow.
master of elements, both earth, wind, fire, and some even say he can master a little bit of water too. But, nevertheless, he is a man of high regard and respect. And when you are in his presence, you must adhere to the customs. We do not want to disrespect this place. This, my friends, the mountains of Kim, the birthplace, the cradle, the womb of every Tungran, primordian, humanoid, bestial. We are all children of the mountain. We are going back to our roots, gentlemen.
Wow. You know a lot of knowledge. I wish one day to be as knowledgeable as you.
Why, stick with me, young York, and I will teach you all there is to know about knowledge, how to acquire it, how to maintain it, how to disperse it, how to write it down on scrolls.
As we're on this journey, I'm assuming you don't have the answer to this, but maybe you can guide me to a place that does. This sword I have, does, and I take out my certain blade. It seems to be inflicting some type of element effects. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. Do you know where I can get it checked at? Maybe cured. 'Cause every time I use it, I feel weird to put it the best words.
Why, yes, I would imagine having a blade attached to your circulatory system would cause some minor disruptions. Why, yes, the Elf Monastery should have quite the answers. They have all the knowledge of Tungra that goes way, way back, far beyond the Great Cleansing, when there were more than just one monastery.
Interesting. I look forward to this journey.
Yes, yes, yes. Now, what will we be having for dinner, everyone? As he makes you all some food for the night, and you guys are headed off into day 2. Go ahead and roll me your survival checks as you pass into the Straits of Kim.
Another survivor check, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, we're
He
What's
made
that?
like did he make like any type of solid meat or soup?
It's
do have the I do
mainly
have the
going to be
T-Rex meat.
veggies and fruit. You guys do have meat if you want to cook some meat.
Oh yeah,
Can we
I'm
cook,
trying to
can
do
we
that,
cook
man.
can we cook
I
the
also want to
T-Rex
be
meat
clear,
we have?
y'all all have got the benefits of a long rest as well. So go ahead and
Oh,
refresh all
okay.
your stuff.
Okay.
Oh
Sounds
yeah,
good.
that's what I'm talking
Yes,
about right
sir.
there.
Thank you.
Oh
Nice meat.
yeah, look at my health is back. My spell slots are back.
Can we cook? No, Ralph. York takes out a small some enough of the meat from the T-Rex to feed everyone, and say, "Is anyone familiar with cooking T-Rex meat?" As we don't really have that in where I'm from.
No, don't be shy, Kaylin.
Uh, okay. All right. I guess I know a thing or two about cooking dinosaur meat. If that's
Perfect.
uh,
And I give her I don't know how much enough to feed everyone, and so it's up to you how much you wanna say that is rock.
He takes one chunk and starts to chop it up. Go ahead, Kayla.
Okay, I was to say, what did I do? What do I do? Did I do some roll, or are we just what are we doing?
Yeah, let's do a medicine check and then give me a
Oh, Lord.
performance check on top of that.
Don't
Okay.
poison us.
Oh, bro, you please don't roll low. We're about to eat charred dinosaur meat. Please, I beg of you.
Oh, I was
Those are
still
both.
just sitting up on the deck chilling, bro.
Any meat is
Those are
better than
both
no
Yeah.
meat.
20s.
Pause.
I'm begging.
I do my best, man. Fresh roll here. Nice. 15.
Okay, yeah, it's gonna be a +5 on that first one, so give me one more. So it'll be 20.
All right.
This performance will be with a 1.
Oh man.
Okay.
Okay. No,
Another
fair enough.
15.
As Kalen starts to chop up the meat into pretty thick slices, and you guys watch as Zana for some assistance, Zana goes over and he casts like a small fire spell underneath as Kalen begins to roast some of the dinosaur meat. Glazes it with some of the vegetables and onions, and you see as with what he can do on the ship, he does make you guys a pretty nice T-Rex steak, and it's like in the field food, so it's not something you would get at a restaurant or something. But if you were in Primos hunting dinosaurs, this is like cream of the crop for what you would want to eat for dinner that night.
Well, thank you so much. I'm starving.
Oh,
I chow down.
no, it's been good. Oh.
Hold on, man. Some food ain't going wrong with you, man. Hey.
I mean,
Man, I've
the
been
big guy,
starving,
needs
man.
to maintain his size. Look at him.
I've been starving for a while, man.
Understood. Was hoping the first person I really was going to surprise cooking was Cora, but this is fine too. Y'all are allies now, and y'all
Yeah.
definitely need some.
Don't
Need
stop
something
us.
to eat.
Everyone else eat. We don't need to just eat. Everyone, it's for everyone. Come
Oh,
on,
right.
everyone join.
Of course. As I start to eat and say, Paulo Zana, you want some?
I'll definitely take some here. Thank you, Kalen. Oh yes, Kalen, of course. I love your T-Rex steaks. As Zana takes some as well.
It'd be nice to have some drinks with this, but might be downstairs somewhere in the lower decks. But this is fine. Just get all the protein we can, right? Before we head on to this long journey up the mountain into the clouds. So I'm kind of excited to see how everything looks when we get to the top.
As you look out over the ship, at this point, Zana says, "Oh, look there!" And he points out, and you can see the multicolored mountains sticking up like shards in the earth, high into the sky, above the clouds. As even as they crest above the clouds, it's impossible to imagine how high the peaks must go from your vantage point.
Wow, this is so. I never seen anything like this.
Yeah, this is definitely something.
I look to Paula. Say, Paula, where should we set for where should we set for land? What is the safe? Who's our navigator here?
So, I believe if we continue to follow this river, we should be able to make landfall near there. As he points over and he sees that beach area over there. Looks like there's a small river that goes inland towards the islands, or inside the mountains.
I trust you are only navigator, so let's just follow your direction.
All right, as you guys continue on your path, this will be your last set of survival checks as you enter the base of the mountain.
Okay.
Yes, sir. 21.
Oh, brother. 6. I got all my good rolls in the beginning.
Okay, cool. As long as y'all didn't get on that one, y'all be good. So as you look out, you see the mountains of Kim rising in the distance, like the spines of an ancient beast. The peaks, the ranging from gleaming blue sapphire to deep blood red, dark green, luscious, covered mountains with waterfalls cresting over some of these peaks as well. Somewhere above the clouds, you see as a giant plume of water comes streaming down that looks to fill this basin here below you. Almost as if the mountains themselves give birth to the oceans of Tungar. And as you look in awe of the grandeur of these peaks, you know that somewhere above those clouds, nestled in the highest of the summits, would lie the mountain monastery. As Zana has described it as you guys approach, to be a sacred place, said to be the birthplace of all the first of the Tungrans. And as you arrive at the base, there appears to be a weathered path as you're going down this narrow riverway. And it appears to be a nice spot where Apollo sort of pulls up and hitches the boat right next to these peaks. And he stops. He says, "Look there." And as he points, you see that there appears to be writing on a large wooden sign that from this distance you can't make out. But catching this landmark, he pulls the boat over.
I wonder what that sign says. Are we? I don't know. Mace tries
Are we
to
getting
walk.
off the boat?
Uh, I assume so.
Corrales watches you guys from the deck of the boat and sees how far you guys go. If you guys get too far, he'll get off. He's not getting off unless he has to.
Before we go, take this as I hand him his trusty bow with his arrows.
As he listens, he says, "Thank you, Miss. But I do not know how eager I am to kill things anymore. And I feel like I've lost a part of me. And I feel empty."
You feel empty. Weird. That's how. Every time I use this sword, I feel that way too. I don't know what it is. I still refrain
Makes
from
sense.
using it
But I know
unless we
exactly what it
absolutely
is.
need to.
I know exactly what it is, York.
What is it then?
The same thing I told you when you told me to give the ring to Mace. Are you willing to lose a part of your soul?
For what cause?
Wielding the ring, York.
The ring takes a part of your soul? What
You were
type
not
of madman?
explaining it to
I don't know.
Paulo.
What would I didn't give it to Paulo. He took it.
You were not there when I was talking to Paulo.
Exactly. So why do you assume I know?
I did not assume that you knew.
You seem frustrated to explain it to me.
I told you that it takes a piece of you. The other bearers of the ring reside in it. When you die, you live there. At least a part of you does, as far as I can tell.
Do that ring's cost? It's a piece of you. I don't know what person would ever agree to something like that.
I didn't know before I put it on.
Ah,
I didn't. It doesn't come with an instruction manual, York. As far as I know, I'm the only person that has worn it and
it seems
been
we have
allowed to not
something.
be wearing it anymore.
Uh, it seems we have something in common. You grab the ring without knowing. I grabbed this blade without knowing. I guess we're in the same scenario. All affected by bad luck, I guess. But anyway, we need to figure out where we are. I see a sign over there. Can't quite read it. I'm gonna get closer to see what it says,
Have fun.
and then I walk towards it. How far is the sign?
Yeah, as you Mace, you go with him. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you and Mace head over, you guys get up to the sign, and it says, "To reach Crag Peak, your soul must be as still as stone. Endure, reflect, rise."
There's a
Can you repeat that one
puzzle.
more time, Rob? I low key missed
Yes.
it.
Well, you aren't there. They have to tell you.
Oh, okay, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
To reach Crack Peak, your soul must be like stone, endure, and rise.
Reflect, rise.
Reflect, rise. So I'm assuming we're gonna be tested in some type of way. The same way we were tested with the orbs back then. Some type of. These places are never simple. You just walk in and follow a map. There's always something tricky with these type of spaces.
Hmm.
As I turn back, walk towards Paulo to try to tell them what the sign says, and Oralos too. And it said our soul needs to be hard as stone. We need to reflect. I forget the rest, Rock. You're gonna have to say it again.
To reach Crag Peak, your soul must be as stone, endure, reflect, and
Reflect
rise.
and rise.
That's what it said on the sign. Does any of you
Huh.
know what that means?
It means I would be staying on the boats.
You're not gonna
Is-
go out here? Isn't this your mission?
Your soul must be as still as stone. I'm missing parts of mine.
Don't think that means it counts you out.
Um, I'm pretty sure that you need a whole soul in order for it to be still as stone.
Is that what you know, or is that what you're guessing?
And I don't know if you can have parts of a soul and it be still as stone. And it be still
Hey,
as stone, Caitlin.
why don't you come out here and try?
Yes, I'm curious if my soul can be still as stone. Come, I'll accept this challenge.
Sounds like we could probably even learn something from this. I mean, if we got to do all this, I mean, there has to be something crazy at the end of it.
Yeah.
But no one's gonna force you, Oralos. But I don't think do you think you'll be safe in a ship alone? We don't know what's out here, and I don't want that. I don't want our numbers to dwindle.
I also don't know what this sign is referring to.
Yep. But I feel like we'll be safer if we stick together rather than split. But it is your choice.
I understand what's going on.
Last call, as I turn around to walk to where we're going. Walk further into the forest or the mountain or cave.
Yeah, it looks like you guys will need to do some climbing here.
Okay. Is that acrobatics or nature?
Yeah, so Arala, you're staying on the ship by yourself. They're headed up the mountain. You're going to stay on the ship. Paulo and Kalen are also going.
He'll follow way behind them.
Okay. As you all begin to make your way, the first trial as you start to crest over some of these rocks and go through some of these prelay path, you see various ribbons and strings that have been strung up, sort of telling you which way to go before you get to a carving within the floor that says "Breath of Stone." And as you look out, much like the caverns before you, except much less paved, much less safe, narrow ledges rip through these mountainous caverns with winds swirling through. As you look out, it will take some acrobatics or athletics to navigate this treacherous area.
Well, I know what must be done.
I hope everyone's stretched. We have a hard climb to overcome all these. And then
Yes.
we have a roll acrobatics.
Yes, acrobatics. We can say that you all can make group rolls, which will affect everybody. I'll allow you to make them with advantage. Or you all can make individual rolls by yourself.
Man, them group rolls sound good,
Oh.
but I'm like, dang, that sound like they gonna get tooted if we even, roll low.
I choose to go with the group roll. Basically, we can make a vote.
Yeah, bro. It sound like that's two people saying it, but who else?
Roll, G.
Yeah, nah,
Um,
I don't think he's here with us,
just
but
he's
yeah.
just doing whatever you guys are doing.
He's falling
Okay.
behind us.
Oh yeah, okay. Just double checking.
He's just doing whatever you guys are doing.
Yeah, we'll say
All
since
right.
he's behind, he's going to have to roll by himself. But you all
Oh.
can roll for the four of you.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm about to
So,
hit this roll right
he
quick.
said
You said
advantage, so we can
advantage?
roll twice, right?
You said
Yes.
We're
acrobatics,
gonna
right?
roll up.
Yep, acrobatics.
Okay.
Oh, it's acrobatics.
That's a 15.
Oh, that's crazy.
Okay.
Mace, you wanna roll? You wanna roll it, or you want me to roll it?
I'll roll it, bro. Uh.
Hopefully, your acrobatics has a higher modifier than mine, but
No, I got
roll it
11.
twice. You get advantage every roll again.
You did roll it twice.
Yeah, I think I did. I already
You
rolled
did?
with
Oh, you
advantage.
did. Oh,
Yeah, I got an 11,
yeah, you
brother.
did. 11, yeah.
Okay, no, 11's
You-
good enough. As you guys make your way across, Aurelos, as you are lagging behind, you watch them sort of struggle to cross some of these narrow pathways. Mace, with his large size, but his strength makes up as he's sort of gripping the walls themselves. With York, sort of passing through in the pathway that he has laid, Paulo and Caitlin find the way with them as well behind them. But no one else seems to notice the quotes on the walls. The ones from the song.
Which quotes?
Specifically talking, one reads, "In the beginning, there arose a need for a weapon beyond mortal kin."
Um, are you guys not seeing these messages on the walls that you guys are going up? Just ignoring them.
Huh? What are you talking about, Ralos? I'm trying to focus so I don't fall. Ugh.
As he points to the saying.
How do I see it?
At this point, you're a little bit ahead of him. Is past you, and you are, like you said, focused on getting up.
Okay. I don't see anything. I need to focus here.
Is it the entire? Is it the entire quote or just that one? Or is it like
That's
smudged
just
out
the
or
one
something?
that you see immediately in front of you. But as you start to climb up, you notice them in different spots, either written small or larger.
It is of a song that I know. about the creation of a weapon forged to challenge fate itself. Is it the sword? It's the sword that
Challenge
Damon.
fate. Oh, what type of weapon is that?
The weapon of the Moonweaver, of course. The straight gleam sword. The one that he wielded in the battle against us.
So you're telling me we were fighting a dragon and a a fate changing weapon, and we somehow won still? Oh my
It
goodness!
was clearly not. It was clearly not the entire weapon, but a facsimile.
Even then, it was by a miracle we survived. Maybe I should reconsider my faith in the gods.
It would do you well.
But let's say we do find this weapon. Oh, okay. What what do we do afterwards with it?
We released the Moonweaver.
You know, I never asked you about this Moonweaver. I guess now is a better time since we're climbing up. Who is or what is this Moonweaver that you're always talking about?
Is right now the time, really?
I mean, all we're doing is climbing. You recited a whole sign you saw when we were climbing. We can always wait till we get on the top. It's gonna be a long journey. They said.
She was the goddess of Tunga before Damon betrayed her. And that will free her one day.
She's captured.
She was tricked by
And
people she trusted.
you came to grow you came to grow in faith in this Moonweaver, Lee. What has he done for you to instill such relief?
She is the goddess of love and of my people. I feel her everywhere. It is not what she has done for me. It is that she is.
Do you believe she was the one that brought you back?
Mace brought me back.
Yeah, but you know, God's always use other people, right? It's not always a direct influence.
Hmm.
Who knows? I'm just trying to pass some time as we're climbing these whatever these cliffs, these mountains. You seem to be having a better easier time than I am as I struggle to climb up.
This is what I do, York. It is in my nature.
Oh, brother. Anyway, let's just keep climbing. That keep climbing.
All right, as you keep climbing, you guys climb for some time. It takes you quite a bit, the better part of an hour or so, before you get to what appears to be the green, lush mountains change into this red, warm rock. Some basalt, some obsidian that you'd be familiar with from the mountains of Drakthor, but with this, some bearing a distinct red tinge color, and that's normal for some deserts or midlands. And as you look through, you notice that this part of the cavern appears to be more kept. A path has been laid forward with wooden pathways and decorations strung about. It almost looks like you're standing within some sort of training grounds, if you will. As you look about, some of the logs on the bridge appear to be old, ancient wood. So old even that as you look, that some even looks like stone because it appears to be maybe like petrified wood itself. The groundworks of this place has been laid well before anybody that you know or that has come before you. And as you step out, start to walk amongst this place, those previous athletic checks, you're able to navigate across these bridgeways until you come to a central area, if you will. Looks like an outlook that looks out at the mountain as you see the giant waterfall from above filling the basins here. It's very peaceful, very serene.
Wow.
Go ahead, give me either history, investigation, or perception checks as
Have
you
I
guys
felt
look around
anything
this area.
weird since we've been doing this?
Nothing weird here.
18.
Okay,
23.
I got a 22. That was a persuasion. My fault.
Okay.
I want to do a perception. Oh, it's the same plus.
Yeah, it's investigation, perception, or insight, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I wrote persuasion on accident, but I have the same plus in perception.
Wait. Hmm?
Did that count?
I wrote the
Or no?
wrong thing on accident, but it's the same plus. I don't know if you needs me to roll it again or not, but I got a
No,
22.
great. No, you guys all rolled great for each of the roles, so this is perfect. As you guys look around, Mace, you put together that this place is very ancient. Hundreds, if not thousands, if not multiple thousands of years old. So old, in fact, that the area that you guys make it to in the center here appears to be built into the rock, almost like the dwarves used to do, but the entranceways and the pathways are much larger than dwarven bodies. In fact, much larger than you yourselves. And as you look about this place, it looks to be almost ritualistic in manner now. Like the people that venture here in reverence of some event or in some culture. There are different markings along the walls. And with that roll, you can tell that they appear to be marking some sorts of pairings between individual items, all distinct with their markings and their scripts, each bearing the uniqueness of its own handwriting or style, if you will. And as you take all of this in, York, you start to notice him, pointing together some of these pairs, and you start to point out that they appear to be pairings of individuals and that maybe these are names that people have visited here in groups and pairings together. And as you look about, York, you see various tapestries, shawls, and blankets, and deeper within the chambers, you see that there are also candles that are lit in pairs as well. Feels like there's a place of bonding, place of coming togetherness. Aralos, as everybody's taken in this room, in this space, you still attuned to the darkness with your dark vision, look out and you see that there appears to be some makeshift mattress in the corner, a dark corner of the room. And on top of it, people have created ornamentary gifts of feathers in various forms in different ways. Some that look like other creatures, mimicking other forms of life, some mimicking different shapes, but all seem offered up to this space in reverence of what this place is.
Do I have any
And
idea? Like, okay.
as you look, the last thing you see on the dark side of the wall, there appears to be a motif of what you would see to be two Asimar embracing, but each of them only bearing a single wing.
And I would have no idea what these things like I've never seen anything like this before. I'm assuming, correct?
Yeah, it's the first time.
He just walks up to one of the beds and takes a look at one of the little flower or the little feather things closer.
Yeah, as you pick it up, it looks like this is a feather that has been decorated to look to be almost like a hairpiece, like it's something you would kind of stick in your hair as decorative, like in its what would you say, symmetrical, as if it like goes in the center of your head.
Got it. And they all kind of have like the same type of like vibe.
All of them are actually different. Some of them are hair pieces. Some of them look like they can be like wristbands. Rings are even made up out of like there's everything's made up out of feathers here, but different gifts,
But
different types of items.
they're all symmetrical.
They're not all symmetrical. The one that you picked up is, but no,
Mm.
they're all various.
Mm. As he looks up at the mural again, as he looks over, and Zana's with us, right?
Zana is not with you guys.
Oh, Zana stayed on the island. Uh, um, who else do I think would know anything about this? I don't know that anybody else would know anything about this. Um, he calls for Paolo. Paolo,
Yes,
you're well traveled. May I speak with you for a moment?
of course. What is it? Seems like a great place to rest. Yes.
Yes, yes. Can you see this mural above us?
Uh, yeah, it looks like some cave art. It's very nice.
As he pops the light so that way he can see it better. This is more than just mere cave art. And then he points it down at all the offerings as well. Do you know of any stories about two Asimar, one with one wing each, in your many travels?
Between me and you, Kalen loves his stories about two Asimar.
Ah, understood. Kaden,
Hmm.
Yes.
may I borrow you for a moment? I heard that you may be an expert on these things.
Expert on what exactly?
What do you know about two Asimar, each with one wing only?
One wing
Possibly a
only?
couple?
Hmm.
Sounds like one of your your books back home, Kalen. You know the ones I'm talking about.
Paulo, you said you was gonna keep that in confidence.
Uh,
What book are they talking about?
Is this not a historical book, a religious piece?
Uh, I need to roll a history check, Grok, or
no, Kalen would have no idea what this is as well. This is just looks like cave art to him.
honestly,
Okay.
this kind of like came hard to me as well. Captain, you shouldn't put me on the spot like that.
As Alalos picked up the symmetrical one, and he puts it in his pocket. This might come in handy later.
All right, York, Mace, would you guys like to investigate anything with your roles?
Can I take a look at the you said I saw some tapestry.
Yeah, you notice that
Um,
there are like tapestries and then like names on the walls.
Do I recognize any of the names, or are they just
You
random names?
you recognize the names, but they are just random like assortments of names. But you can read them, yeah. But I
I
will say like
wonder.
you see names that you
Yeah.
do know, but not necessarily like in pairings that you know.
Okay. I wonder if these names were maybe the previous people that have been here before. Maybe, and during our same quest, maybe they wrote the names here as to mark history, to show that they've been here before. I'm not too sure. I recognize some of the names, but I wouldn't be able to narrow it down to any one person.
Do I see this tapestry as well?
Mace, do you recognize any of the names? Do you recognize any of the tapestry? This all looks brand new to me. Does anyone at all?
It looks like it's like at least over 1,000 years old. Like it's built into the rock, but besides that, I have no clue.
Aralos looks at the names. And are these like female and male names together?
Yes, they are.
Aralos is going to make an educated guess based on his lack of connection to the Raven Queen and full connection to the Moonweaver. This is a place where couples come to prove their love to each other. That is what these trinkets are. They are tokens of love. These are two ASMR that's in love with each other. The one wings of each of them connecting to make a full being. They write their names here, I would assume, to solidify their bond for all of eternity. It's a beautiful place.
But what judges their love? What makes it so that they either pass or fail?
I don't know.
That is the mystery here.
Why would love need to be judged or pass or fail? They're just here showing their love to each other. It is not about passing or failing.
Well, this is all based off a guess, so we might need a.
Yeah.
Ah.
Paulo, do you know any insight on this?
No. But this one.
Huh?
The what?
Oh. Thought I saw a name I recognize. Nope. Well, that's true.
Well,
might be a good place to get some rest if anybody needs it.
Do I recognize any names at all or no? I don't know if I would or not.
You do not, no.
For sure.
Are you able to tell me the names I recognize, or is just not important?
No, I'm just like in a way that like if you saw like names on a board and you saw like a name of like a friend, you'd be like, oh shit, I know somebody who got that name.
Gotcha. Okay.
I do pass on the history that I know. So I tell them what I recognize here, at least in this area, is that this place is like multiple thousands of years old, with the area being built into the rock. You have markings on these areas that are pairings between individual items. They all have unique scripts and styles of writing. So maybe you can look for specific items or styles of names or how they're written to see if you can put them together. That's my guess. But that's all I got.
Oh,
I
So
am
maybe
really
we can
stuck here,
roll to see if
guys.
there's anything that fit the description.
are we trying to figure out a puzzle here, or what are we?
I'm
What's the
not too
plan here?
sure. I am stumped.
Go ahead and roll me something, Mace. What you rolling with?
Perception, I would assume, to see if there's anything similar in writing style and then point those two out.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. 20, baby.
Okay.
15 plus. Yeah.
You're comparing the writing style from the different names to see if there's multiple.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. As you look at the names, they all appear to be unique. Each single person that has written their name in these pairings has done it a unique time. In fact, the ink on some of them are much older, and like there are even some that start to overlap each other because this place has become so dense with the writing. But what you do see with that, along with your other role, is at the very top, written is a very large motif. One that looks like two hands, and those two hands come together to form what looks to be like a triangle.
Is there anything else that I noticed
That's
on it?
about it on the writing.
Okay. Well, I'll pass that information on. Guys, I went to look deeper into what I talked about. Markings, pairs, scripts, styles of writing, seeing if they're completely similar or different to each other. And I noticed that there was a large motif, one that looks like two hands that form a triangle right over here. Maybe it means something. I also noticed that there was two other or a bunch of other writings, carvings, styles that are kind of older than each other. Lines and carvings that are definitely ancient. Do with that information as you will.
As Paula says, all right, so shall we be resting here or shall we continue on? I feel like we've gathered all we can from this shack.
Yeah, like
I
I said,
agree.
I'm willing to watch again. Make sure everybody get a good rest. Don't know what could jump out at us at this place.
You want to take intervals, like you look for half, I look for half. At least you can get some rest.
Sure. Appreciate that very much. Thank you, York.
Ah, right, as I will take my rest now then. As I try to find a comfy place to sit down.
Alrighty, as everybody prepares to rest here for the night in the heart of the stone, you all take a moment. Does anybody want to do anything during this rest, or we good to just roll some survival checks and keep it going?
Can I see the moon where I'm at?
Can you do what, sorry?
Can I see the moon where I'm at?
You are on the moon. Can you see the blue?
Can I see the blue then? Yeah. My bad. My bad.
You can see the blue from where you are. It is cloudy though, clouded behind some of these clouds that are sort of congregated around the peaks of the mountain as you're climbing up. It is a bit tough from your position to peer through, but as you continue on up the mountain, you are preparing yourself for the greatest sight you've ever seen.
He tries to find like the clearest spot that he can, and he's just gonna go sit there and go back to his like meditative like position, like kind of like by himself.
All right. Let me get survival checks from York and Kalen.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Okay. I got a 9. My
Okay.
checks have been bad today.
No, you guys are good. This is very easy. There's nobody up here, but as long as it's not a nat one, you are fine.
Okay.
As you guys manage to make it through the
Uh.
night here, resting over, you wake up. Everybody gets ready. It's once again morning time here as you continue up the mountain. And as you crest up, it's another rough day of climbing, but a bit easier now as much of this land has already been pathed through. The path has been laid for you. Some of the more rickety planks near the bottom of the mountain become more uniform and coalesce towards the top as you are approaching about halfway up, right into the thick of the clouds here. And as you guys crest up, you continue to make your way, noticing that there's something odd about your party. No one true flag or sigil, Swallowtails, Phoenix Ranger, the nameless mercenaries of Mason York. Despite all the tension, you've made it through some devious trials. But as you step up into the clouds here, I need you all to make wisdom saves with disadvantage.
Oh. Okay.
That's a nat one.
Oh my goodness. I got my with disadvantage, so 15.
I can't see York's or Mesa's first roll.
Yeah.
I think we lost Mace.
Okay.
No,
Everybody.
there's no way. There's no way. It was a 16 and a 12. It was,
You got
yeah, I
12.
got 12.
Okay.
It was a 16 and a 12.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me just get Kalen's here.
I got a 15 and a 20, but disadvantage.
And let's see if I can get in that 20.
Hopefully, in
Part
that
of
20, I'll
the
counteract.
dice. It's time to do.
Okay. 15 and
15,
under.
but
Damn.
Yeah, man. It is what it is.
Yeah,
It
15.
happens.
Is that everybody?
oh, I
Yeah.
think
I
it's
believe so.
everybody.
Did Paulo go? Yeah, everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, Paulo also got a low roll. As you all start to see visions of terrible things, your worst and greatest internal fear. And I'm not going to say it out loud, but I would like each of you to DM me what that fear is.
Okay.
Do I gotta make a one rock or you already know?
Go ahead. You go ahead. You can make up one. That's fine if you feel comfortable.
I don't know. I could think of one on the spot for Kaylin.
All right, I
Let's
got
see.
one then. No, I just was gonna give you opportunity if you
Okay,
wanted, if you wanted to.
gotcha. Yeah, you can do it.
As you guys are cresting up, Aralos, what's your natural one?
So don't send you mine. It don't matter.
No, yeah, with your natural one, you watch as Paulo stops for a second, and he slowly steps and steps before he falls down to one knee with his hand placed on his left knee. He looks down, and for a brief moment, you can see the ring in his pocket.
Mm.
And as you're looking at him struggling, you start to see visions of your mom tumbling into an infernal pit of darkness. And as your dad jumps down after her, you watch as pillar after pillar rises to strike him, to prevent him from reaching her. And
It's
then
just like in front of me, or like where's Paulo in relation to this?
Paulo is in front of you. And then you start to have these visions along with everyone else. Takes a little bit
Okay,
longer
and it's
since
like
you were, yeah.
it's like in like the distance somewhere.
Yep. As you guys are having
I
this
got it. Okay.
far off stare, each of you. Did I get my DMs? Let me see. Okay. York, you. Well, first, let me see here because Hype Man failed. Yeah. So, Mace, you sort of stumble a bit as the emotion overtakes you from this moment. You feel your throat begin to close up as it's almost as if somebody has turned on the lights in here. The area around you gets an ultra 8K as everything becomes visceral. Your body begins to pump adrenaline as your fear reflex kicks in. As you step over to the banister and you look over, you can see the water streaming below. And as you do, you watch as bodies start sailing past as well. And York, as you have this brief vision of your past, watching what has transpired, you see brief visions of each of your family members' faces. And as you reach out, they disappear in front of you, one after another, after another. And then you sort of shake your head and close your eyes, and you find the resolve to resist, and you are the only one to resist the effects. And as you turn around, you see that each one of your party members appears to be stuck in their own world, peering off into the forever with tears streaming down their left eye.
Mace, what's wrong? Wake up! As I try to shake him into consciousness. Aralos, everyone. I try to go and shake everyone to see if it. Snap out of it. It's not real.
Uh, I need
Does
to
that do
save him.
anything?
I need to save him.
What are you guys talking
I-
about?
I have to save him. Paolo, give it to me now. I can
Raros!
save them with it. I can
As
save them with it.
I slap
Paolo,
him
give it
across
to
the
me.
face to try to snap out of it, man. It's not real.
Am I in like a trance, or can I react to him hitting me?
You are in a trance, so as he smacks you, you feel nothing initially, but go ahead and give me a Constitution save.
Okay, hold on. Constitution save. That is a 17.
As he whacks you across the face with that last smack, you hear York's voice break through this lure that has been placed on you, and it's not often that you're ever lured in these type of ways. And as you snap out, you hear the ringing, like your eardrums have just been bursted, a ee sound of white noise, and you hear breaking through York just screaming, "Snap out of it! Snap out of it!"
I could have. What the fuck was that? I told you I shouldn't have come up here. I told you I'm weak right now.
It's not
And you guys.
Raros.
Ah!
It's not just you. Look. And then I point to Mace, Paul, all of them in the same similar trance. It doesn't just
Yes,
affect you, it's affecting them.
I understand, but I am weak right now. This wouldn't have happened to me. I could have helped break them out. Ah! As he kind of like walks towards one of them to try to help now, but he's like very frustrated.
You help. I'll help Mace. You help whoever you can. And I go towards Mace, and I say, it worked with Aralos, and me work with him. And I try to smack him on the face to wake him up as well.
All right, Mace,
He
give
walks
me a
up to
Constitution save. Aralos, who are you walking up to?
Paolo.
I got
All right.
24. Damn.
You're a big guy.
Hey, am I able to?
As you walk over and you see Mace, you whack him, you give him one good one before he comes to.
Calm down, big guy. I have to do that. Don't. It's me.
Yeah,
It's
I almost have my hands in a like choking position because I'm interacting with this thing, and I look at you in your eyes. And just what happened?
I don't know, but I would appreciate it if you don't choke me. But I don't know what happened. We just kind of fell in some type of trance. I don't know what it is. I was able to fight it off. Arouse was spewing nonsense. I didn't really hear much from you, but everyone was just there, but wasn't kind of there at the same time. Whatever this place is messing with our minds.
I think we should try to. As I like pause for a moment, hesitant.
Maybe. I thought. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. I pause for a moment in hesitance.
Maybe that's what he meant by to reach the peak. Your soul must be still. We have to endure, reflect, rise. Maybe this is part of whatever this thing is trying to test us. To have our weaknesses, whatever we're vulnerable towards. And I guess whatever happened, I was able to fight against it, but everyone else wasn't for some reason. And I look to Aral. Aral, are you having any more luck? Any better luck than us? As I look to Aral to see if he had any success of waking up everyone else.
Paulo rolls a nat 20, so he instantly wakes up. He says, tricks of the mind. Kalen.
Morales helps him up as he's not as he's snapping out of it.
Thank you, Aralos. Help me assist Kalen.
As he walks with them to go help Kalen.
Kalen, you can roll yours with advantage since Paulo got in that 20. As he smacks you as well, seeing as that is the preferred method.
10, I guess 15. If it's a modifier, I don't know the modifier.
Yeah, that is good enough to get you up. As he smacks you, you zap out of it, and you feel pretty solemn about what you saw, and I'll send that to you. But you are in a somber mood after that.
Oh, what? Oh, it's a dream, nightmare. Oh, thank you, Captain, for waking me up. Oh, oh man.
Yes, that must have been what it meant when they said that we have to be as still as stone to endure, reflect, and rise. That we will be tested here. Our mental endurance.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I am at a disadvantage, as I told you guys before.
Why are you at a disadvantage?
I don't know why I'm here. Because I'm missing parts of my soul, Kaylin. I told you this on the boat.
We all got affected. What are you talking about?
Things like these don't normally affect me in this way.
You never know.
That's
Maybe it
my
could
point.
affect you this way
Arouse, we don't know what this place is. We don't know how
at
it could
all.
affect you. With or without with your ring. We don't know what could have happened.
It sounds like you're just too reliant on the ring.
No, I'm relying on the other part of me that I'm missing. As he walks off, because nobody's listening to him.
Aralos, who knows? Maybe okay. He walks off.
Let him all by himself. You've been
Okay.
complaining this whole time. Let's go.
Who knows? Maybe when we reach the top, this monk may have the answers for his lost self. Who knows? We don't know what this person knows.
Who does bear that fire ring?
I have no idea. I don't even know what he looks like.
Hopefully he's still up there. After seeing all those ships coming from around this area, I hope he's okay up there. But he has the fire ring, right? So I don't know. Or maybe he's strong with or without it, and he was able to handle those guys, and they retreated. Or maybe they didn't want to do this climb to get up here, because this is a hell of a climb.
As you guys
I don't
reach
know.
the final trial, Aralos, you see it first as you look out over the vast bridge with two statues that appear to be in the form of Aarakocra, standing here with poses, beckoning you to cross over. And as you look out across the path, you see what appears to be three large buildings. And standing in the center, on top of what looks like some sort of arcane or mnemonic sigil or symbol, there appears to be someone cladded in monkwear, standing and meditating.
Like across this, like you said, it's like a chasm or something.
Yes. Looks to be a large chasm with two large statues sticking up on either side of what looks to be a bridge made out of wood and vine.
Is he within earshot of me?
Yes.
Excuse me, monk. I have a question for you, please.
No reply.
Are you the one that they call Xiao Zhaho? We are looking for him.
No reply.
As he looks at the the bridge, how far would you say that this chasm is?
About 100 feet.
Um, he's gonna sit down on one of the poles holding the bridge up, and wait for everybody else just looking at the blue above him.
Alrighty. As he sits down, you look out and you see the monk still standing across the chasm, posing and meditating. What would everybody else like to do?
Uh, can I reflect and meditate similarly to him?
Yes, do you cross the chasm or do you meditate over here?
Um, let me see if I can meditate here first.
Okay, you find your way on this side of the chasm and begin to meditate. York, as Apollo
Can
does the same.
I look at the two statues and see if I recognize the appearance of any of these two statues? If there anyone I recognize or any person?
They'll roll me a history.
Oh, brother, 11.
Not specifically. One does eerily resemble that circus guy, but you might feel a little bit specious thinking that just because they're Aarakocras.
Oh, brother. I look at Kaylin and I say, "Have you ever seen anything like this? I've never seen giant statues right next to a bridge that looks to be held up by like the the root of a tree.
Uh, no, but I would say it's
Do you recognize
it's
any
kind
of
of
the statues?"
I do I rock?
You can roll a history if you like. +2.
Okay, +2 it is. Boom, boom. Here we go, and it's rolling.
Yeah, man.
18.
18, right? Yeah.
No, but you would notice that they are very ancient and that the ancient Primordians sometimes appear to have reverence for Aarakocra for some reason. Something that you've seen with your travels with the Swallowtails.
It seems that everyone is meditating for some reason. I'm not really a meditating type of person, but
Yeah.
do we
Well,
really
I
have
guess I meditate from time to time, but I really haven't seen stones like these. But does remember some things me and the Swallowtail have seen before. So sorry, I couldn't be much help.
mm, so we pretty much have two choices. We can just meditate with them, or we can cross the bridge to this monk that we don't know if he's friendly, dangerous. We don't even know if he's alive. This could just be a statue from all we can tell. Oh, all we can see.
Why not? Why not just
Uh,
join in the group meditation?
I
It felt
guess. Yeah.
make me feel make me feel better what I just saw go through that nightmare. So just
Yeah. I guess you're right. I don't feel safe just randomly approaching someone by ourselves. I'll
agreed.
join them. I'll sit next to in between Mace and Paulo and try to just how you guys do it as I try to put my hands together. Okay.
Cross your legs a little bit more. There you go. There you go. Now you got it. Now close your
Uh,
eyes and be peace of mind. Zen.
You know, I wonder if we could like actually
what is this
feel
meant
the
to
zen.
achieve?
I wonder if we could actually feel the zen. Do we? Is there a possibility to do anything with rolls, or should we just cross?
As you guys all start to meditate and hone in with your inner selves, you notice as the monk who was once standing, similar to the statues that you see, hands clasped, meditating, appears to turn away from you and faces the building behind him, and he sits down in a cross position, places his fingers up, and continues to meditate.
Uh, how long is this meditation session?
How long do you guys sit here?
That's a good question.
I'll stay here for 5 minutes.
It's time to.
I wouldn't want to do anything rash now, so I will wait for you guys.
This is not gonna do anything. Just sitting here doing nothing.
Well, I would say like about 15 minutes, Rock, then I'll get up.
All right, about 15 minutes pass, and Caden's finally like, all right. And Paulo's like, all right, this isn't doing anything.
I agree. We have no choice, but we can't turn around, so we have to cross the bridge.
Look, and punks are pacifists, right? Follow, Captain?
I hope so.
Would they?
Never met a non-pacifist monk before. Never met a monk before, so I can't say.
Oh, fair
and
enough.
chuckles.
But
Depends on the affinity. As Paulo begins to cross.
I follow behind.
as well.
As you all get
Can I
over
say-
to the other side and you cross up the stairway. Sorry, do you want to say something, York?
No, I was just gonna say that as we get closer to the monk, I just say, we come in peace. We don't mean any aggression. We just need some guidance. Does he respond to me or?
The monk does not appear to respond. He simply sits and meditates.
Can I walk towards one of the buildings to see if I see anything inside? I'll walk towards one of the buildings.
Yeah,
and
go
see
ahead,
if I
give me
see
a
anything
perception check.
on the inside.
As you start to look around the buildings, you notice that all three of them appear to be empty on the inside. As you look around, there's nothing.
I got an 8.
Yeah, there's nothing on the insides at all. And in fact, across this pathway, there are no further paths to get any higher up the mountain. But as you look, you can see there are still large cliffs that appear to crest over you, but a canopy overlooks you here, to where right above you you see, more mountain that continues to go up. And the monk
wow.
just sits and meditates.
I looked down and go ahead, Carlos.
I look and see if he's wearing the ring.
He's not wearing the ring. He is meditating with his fingers in the air, saying hum.
I look down and I see a circle, transmutation circle. I don't know how to describe it. Do I have to roll a history check if I recognize it or not, or would you have no idea what this is?
This looks to be some sort of monk marking that notates the monastery, if you will. So no need to roll a history check. It looks like the sigil that he also has on his garbs. So on the back of his robes, it matches that sigil.
This marking on the ground. This monk seems to also have it on his robe. Is it like their symbol, their symbol, their name, what identifies them as whatever monk they belong to? Their brand, that's the right word?
It could be. Maybe it shows that he's from this part of the mountain, this area. Maybe this.
Well, I'm tired of waiting. What if I just go knock him over the head and make him say something?
Cab, I don't think that's a good idea. No, wait.
Joe is next to him and meditates with him.
Can I sit in the middle of? No, I'll stop asking questions. I'll sit. Is he sitting in the middle of that circle meditating, or the outside the circle?
Yeah, okay. Sorry, I can't grab his token right now.
Gotcha. Okay. Hmm.
Maybe we should just keep going up. Maybe he's pointing up to go up.
Yo, I just gotta meditate with dude, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna just meditate like I did across the bridge. I'm gonna just hit there.
I see that there are 4 circles in between each the corners of the rectangle, whatever, the square, whatever, the diamond shape. Maybe
Yes.
maybe if each one of us meditate on both of those spots, something will happen.
Good idea. I guess I take uh the farthest one as he goes to the farthest one and
And
sit
I say
down.
to Paulo, "Sir, do you want to take the last spot or should I?"
I think you should take this one. I
Okay,
don't meditate too well.
okay. I sit at the last. I sit at the last spot and try to meditate with them. I guess. See if anything happens.
Okay. As you all are sitting there meditating, you instantly feel locked in with the monk, and he floods you with visions of death, destruction, fire, and brimstone, sickness and loss, pain and suffering, harm and fear. Experience
Weird.
from a first person perspective of the true loss in life of everything through the weave. And after you're flooded with these emotions and these moments, you are once more grip locked by your worst fear. I need you all to make wisdom saves once more.
Oh,
Just
Gotcha.
straight rolls.
wisdom
Just straight
save.
rolls.
11.
7. That's an 11.
17.
I'm cooked.
Kaylin is the last one.
Yep, rolling right now. Boom, boom, and it's rolling. I
Oh,
think that's in that
Okay.
one. Yeah, I believe that's in that one. Yeah.
and
No,
I
it's a
want that's a
seven.
7,
Seven.
right? Plus,
As you guys
7. Okay,
are
gotcha.
meditating,
it
you
scared me.
feel the flood of those emotions enter you once more. But one by one, Aralos, Mace, York, you're able to conquer it and maintain your focus and your meditation. And you, for a brief moment, feel connected with each other. You can sense each other's feelings, emotions, essence, being the weave that connects all 3 of you, all 4 of you, until you can detect trouble within Caitlin. And as Caitlin is struggling, the concentration drops, and the monk in the center turns to face him, and he points his palm out at him.
Do do I see this or am I locked into meditation?
As everybody looks, Kalen appears to be locked into meditation, like Star Killer trying to build his lightsaber. Like he's trying hard to force it and try to meditate, but it's just not happening because he's struggling. And as you all feel the connection sort of drop, the connection that he never felt before, you all sort of open your eyes, realizing something was wrong, and you can see him struggling with this.
I grab his hand and put it in the monk's hand that he's reaching out towards him.
I say, okay, Skalen. Whatever is troubling you, you can overcome. Ah,
Someone help.
Does me grabbing his hand and
Do I
giving
need
it to the monk not help him?
No, as you do so, Kalen, as your hand makes contact with the monk, you feel a wave of calmness before a voice speaks to you like a mentor. And it tells you that through all loss, there is new. Through all pain, there is life. Through all fear, there's choice. Do not fear. Let go. For when you arrive at the top, you will be reborn anew. Go ahead and give me a wisdom save for all the marbles.
Okie dokie.
All of us are just Caitlin.
Just Kalen and anybody that would like to help him.
Okay, how can we help? What do I gotta do?
I rolled a 19 for him.
Wisdom saves? Let me see.
22.
I got a 20.
All right, what are you guys saying to Kalen here?
I said,
I tell him, Kaden, you are stronger than this. You can make it through this. There is nothing that I don't believe that you can do. You are a great warrior. You have been through much worse than this, and you will see brighter days.
I agree with Aralos. Not many people say that they fought a dragon and won. You're one of them. This is nothing compared to what we've been through.
All right, as
I rolled
York
a
says
5 rock.
that, Aralis just looks at him and then goes back to helping Caleb.
The monk takes both of your hands, Oralos and York, and outstretches it towards Kalen before it grabs his hands and places it within yours. He then does a quick spin towards Mace, and he takes both of your hands and he offers them to Mace as well, trying to connect you all in this fourfold cord. And as he does, you guys once more feel the flood of those emotions. And York and Aralos, you guys try to bear the brunt of Kalen's woes, seeing the visions of his worst fears, his failures, the collapse of the Swallowtails, the death of Alara, the loss of Korra. And as that passes through Mace, always the Rock, you attempt to take on the brunt of this, which causes you some additional stress, as on the opposite side of this nexus, you are bearing the anchor of all of this weight. But through those combinations of roles, you all briefly find a moment of peace. And as you do, the monk stands up without you even noticing, but Paulo, watching this, watches as the monk stands up, walks into the central building, waves his hand in the air, and a portal appears as he turns around. And Paulo says, "All right, boys. Feel good party's over. Get up. Time to get back to work."
This time, Aralis is the first one through the portal. As he kind of just looks forward and just walks straight through the portal. Doesn't say anything to anybody.
Whoa.
In case we have no other place to go. We can't turn back. Apollo Ralos.
As he walks to the port, he turns and he thanks the monk.
I turn and I say, can you tell us your name at least? Does the monk respond?
He does not. He looks at you and he bows his head.
I bow back. And then I go inside the portal.
Apollo enters the portal. Kaylin and Mace, I'm assuming you both follow in shortly behind as you both and all of you exit at the doorsteps of the mountains monastery. High above the mountains and high above the clouds here, Ralos, the blue is now clearly visible, but as you walk up to the gates, it is not quite the warm welcome. There appear to be two large monks standing at the doorway, guarding it. As you step up towards the door, he sort of steps into the doorway, says, "Halt! You are not students. What is your business here?"
We have come looking for a monk for assistance and knowledge.
Yes, you have come to where there are many monks. Which monk do you seek? Do you have a name?
One by the name of Shao Jaho.
Sao Jaho. The great Sao Jaho is here. He's present, meditating under the guidance of Master Gentile Windwalker. But you are not fit to see Sao Jaho, nor fit to step foot on the grounds of the monastery.
And why is that?
Why, look at your clothes. You are not monks. You're commoners. You do not adhere to our way. You do not grant access to our monastery.
He looks back. Is everybody with him yet?
As you look back,
Are
you
they?
see various individuals now popping out of the portal. You see York, and then York, and then Paulo, followed by Mace and Kaylin.
What about them? Will you let them in?
As he looks back, no. And as he says that, you guys watch as another portal pops up right next to you, and out of that portal pops out Zana. As he says, "Whew, that was quite the trip, fellas. How are we doing?"
Oh, no! There was a shortcut, you asshole! Oh,
I
why
was
did
wondering
Jesus
why
let
you
us take the
chose to stay
portal?
back. You crafty. I can't even. I would have done the same thing. I respect. Okay.
Oh, yes, that is a nasty climb. Only need to do it once, in my opinion. But I'm sure you all learned a lot about
Wait.
yourselves and each other.
You've done it before.
Oh,
Why,
damn.
yes. Oh, hello there. Hello, Zana. You are welcome here as a student of the monastery. Why, thank you, Jabba. Where's
Wait,
Master
you know each
Gentile?
other?
Well, yes, of course. This is Jabba. He has been here since he was a wee little boy. You have grown so much, my friend. How are you? I'm doing well, Zana. It's good to see you.
You know
We
what?
need
I'm
to.
not surprised anymore. After everything I see, you pull out your bag. Of course, you got something like this going on.
We need
Can
to.
we? Are we allowed passage to Zana, or is it only you?
Oh, to enter the monastery, you must become a student. To speak with the master, you of course must be under his tutelage. The mountain teaches none who do not climb it within.
And how does one
How do
become
we?
a monk?
Yeah. How is that process?
Well,
Strip yourselves of everything that you belong.
Too late. As a matter of
Well,
fact,
you are a
everybody-
prime candidate, Aralos Jr. Step forward. Submit yourself.
as he as he gets down into like a bowing position and he puts his hand out. He says, "I submit myself to the monastery."
All right. So, York, those answers that you seek may be found in here. You may have to lose the hair, though.
Hair? Okay. Just know that I can't really put down this blade. It's attached to me, so I can't really let that go.
I'm sure Master Gentile will have some remedy to perhaps allow you to maybe. We'll come up with something. You'll be fine.
Like,
Just
I can't
get
take,
rid of
I
everything
can't take
else.
it off. Okay. You knew this, but okay. I'll take off. I do the same thing at the Ralos.
Come on,
And,
Mace. It's going to be an adventure.
I strip.
Pause.
Get it closed. And then I just get ready.
All right, Kalen, I'm gonna sit this one out. If you want to join these guys and become a monk, feel free. Zana, here
Come
you
on,
go.
Paulo. Where are you gonna go?
I'm gonna go back to my ship. I have no intentions of becoming a monk, but I've done my duty. I've brought you here. Oh, let me not forget, Zana, did you bring that thing that I told you to grab? Ah, yes, here it is. And he pops out a little chest, and he says, "I'll make sure I take this to your rooms. Oh, of course, once you graduate, that is."
Hey, to Ralos. He's leaving with your ring, by the way.
I know, Paolo. You cannot leave with that.
Oh no, not leaving with this at all. As he ting flips it, as it.
I try to grab it while it's in there.
Before you grab it, you watch as a mage hand from Zana grabs
Hug
it
me,
and
dude.
brings it over to him. He says, "I will be keeping a look over this while you complete your training, Master Aralos."
I just want to feel whole again. This is annoying at worst.
This may help. Who knows?
No, it won't. You don't
Don't
understand.
know.
Yo,
You
I'm
don't
not
know
doing this
that.
with you guys.
Not in front. Not in
I'm
front
not
of the
doing it
monks.
with you guys.
Not
I'm
in
not
front of
doing
the
this with
monks.
you guys. I'm not doing this with
Okay.
you guys.
We gotta keep
Mr.
face.
Moby.
We gotta.
Oh, forgot.
don't wanna-
He
we
lost
don't
a
wanna
little bit
upset
part
them.
of himself. Good grief.
I lost.
Ralos, we don't want to upset. We don't want to upset them. We have to keep. We gotta be respectful. We don't know what they can do.
So, Kalen, what will it be? Will you be joining us, or will you continue down the path with Paulo?
I guess there's something here.
Kaylin.
All right, I get it.
Kay-
He starts stripping and all this. Like, speak no word of this when we get out of here.
Yay!
This is going to be very interesting. I won't lie.
All right. Very good. Now that you have all stripped and given up all your belongings, as he hands it over to Gaba, says, "My brother Gaba will make sure that everything is held securely within the stockhold. We must go see Master Gentile to see if he will accept you for teaching. You're all quite old, so there's always the question of can you be taught or do you have to be learned?" And that
Can I
is
keep
where
up?
we will end our session.
Okay.
You know, the sleep demons were fighting me, bro.